So the session, of course, it starts off with the second day just starting after the storm the night before, when you were in the tent with Jasmine and Rory.
We can click the button.
You can click the long rest button, indeed.
Hey.
So that's where, of course, the session starts. From the night before, none of the harsh weather seems to have resided. So none of it is left. But as soon as you, Rory pokes his head out of the tent, you can see in between the layers that he pulls aside that there is evidence of the harsh weather already. Small trees here and there that just lies on the ground now, instead of being, of course, upright. Parts of trees that are also just scattered about in the small opening in the woods that you're at. You can see at the top of the tent there's like a bulk into the tent from the layer itself, because it has gathered so much rain inside of a pocket. So, but you can also notice, notice the fact that your tent seems unscathed. It doesn't seem to have so much as a mark on it. It only seems to have gathered water on the outside of it.
Oh.
And it's completely dry still on the
Divine
inside.
protection.
Did you do that, MacGyver?
Probably Sontash.
It was me.
Why are you putting your hands up?
Of course, before we get into it, who is taking the role of Sontash?
Well, I'm
Sure.
a cleric as well, but yeah, go for it. I don't.
I can do it.
Error. There we go.
Error.
Error.
Let's see.
Now I have control
This
over
messed
his
up
thingamajig at
his-
least.
Error has 3 different nicknames. It's something different in Twitch, right?
Yeah, Crooked Cap.
Yes.
And in game
was
is called something else. And
Ariel.
Well,
it's not easy.
yeah,
Not easy.
Crooked was before Arur, and then I forgot about that nickname because I didn't use Twitch that much. And then, it doesn't match up anymore. Oh well.
Who cares?
Who cares?
If you're
Okay.
going to talk about all the nicknames of all my accounts, there's many.
Yeah,
I think
don't
we all
s-
have many.
Some of the nicknames is not suited for young ears. So
A lot of this campaign is not necessarily suited for young ears, I believe. Or it hasn't been
Swallower
that
of
bad so
big-
far.
no.
Yet.
But yeah, of course, as the morning breaks and there is actually nice weather, both Jasmine and Rory are unpacking the breakfast from their backpacks, and of course Rory
Yeah,
is wishing you a good morning.
Morning. I guess I will take a ration from my backpack and eat it with them.
Yep.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, your mic is still the.
I don't know what's wrong. I might need to restart, I guess.
Oh, it's so you are on the correct mic.
Yes.
Okay. Might also be me, maybe, because I'm using new headphones.
Well, I don't think he sound that bad, I guess.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he
sounds
sounded
okay.
better when he whipped the microphone down.
Yeah, he was better there, but
Yes,
Like
eat it.
Like this?
Gag
Yes.
it. Oh.
gag on the mic.
What are your plans today? To just continue on trotting?
Are you asking us as DM or as an
No,
NPC?
it's in character.
As the NPC.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, I think we
This
should
tower
hop
we're
on.
going to find, right?
Not a tower. You have to remember that.
Well, it was a tower, I guess it's some ruins now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ruins. So
Have you seen it?
yeah, more than a few times actually, since it's in
Oh.
between our
And-
usual trade routes.
Any advice for like finding an entrance or anything like that to explore them more?
No, I would suggest if you actually are looking for something, I would like actually suggest going up to the ruins, not just looking at it from the cliffside. I guess.
Yeah,
Get down into the
Like-
rubble, get your hands dirty, that sort of thing.
you should probably enter through the back door or something.
Enter through
I
the
don't know
what?
where you're going with that, but I don't know. I don't know if there's anything regarding an entrance of any sort in the tower. You have to remember this was a tower that
And
became
it
a ruin.
Collapsed,
So,
right? Collapsed.
yeah, or collapsed and collapsed. It got almost honed down, it felt like, but yeah.
So you don't go up. You haven't been up to the ruins. You just looked at it from afar a bit.
Yeah, I've looked
I
at
see,
it
I
when
see.
we passed it because it's very easy to see just because of its open fields and standing very lonely on a cliffside. So it was the only like high point in the environment. So it's very easy to see, and it's still the highest point, even though it's reduced to rubble. So
Hence lightning.
yes, hence what you're experiencing last night, and we might experience again tonight. So who knows?
So the storm is only appearing at night, or
Usually,
oh,
it's usually quite nice weather, and today seems no different. And he looks out, he just flips the layer to the side again and looks out, and you can see that yes, it is sunny outside.
Langa, did Vilma say any like what we are looking for? Any specifics, or what we're just gonna? What are
Was
we
it
trying
like
to find?
something unusual in general? I think she said.
That's pretty vague, though. Like we can spend days looking for. Well, probably maybe we will see it when we see it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, probably. I
So
hope.
may I prod?
I don't mind. I look at Tariel to see if it's
Well,
okay.
Well, I don't even know what you're looking for, so I guess it's not much of an answer, though.
Yeah, but it seems to be you're naming specific people that doesn't seem to be here, unless because you're named something else in Wilma, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
our quest giver in. Okay, you
Your
can.
quest giver.
Group leader.
Yeah, group leader. Well, she kind of pointed us in the direction and asked us to do a bit of research. That's what I know, in fact.
Do a bit of research in the ruins specifically.
Yeah, that area. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
For like fossil museum purposes, or was this disease, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disease.
I think so.
So I hope we're looking for clues, but we don't know what we're gonna find. So
Seems like a smart woman of some sort. If she can track the disease back to that place, how?
Apparently she found something that could only be found there, I think, but other, I don't know, but we'll find out, probably.
yes.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but would you mind us like trotting together today, or?
Well, I don't mind, because if there are storms around here like every night, it would be very nice for us to share tent again.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
if you don't mind keeping up with that dwarf.
No, I
It's
don't.
not a problem.
I don't mind that at all. I was just thinking that it's not that often I get to talk to people, so it's good to have someone that can actually
just-
talk back.
Just promise that you're not trying to sell the axe the entire way we're walking.
No, I'm not that type of person. If you're saying no, I know that's a no. So I'm not that type of person. You don't have to worry about that.
That's-
Unless, of course, I see other people that actually stops
Yeah, of
next to us.
course.
then you have to
course.
expect me to try to sell them the axe.
Of course.
Well, that's
Yeah.
fine.
But other than that, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I just think that you seem like nice people, and we're heading the same way, so it would be kind of awkward to say goodbye to one another and then just head down the same road.
That's
That's true.
always an experience when you're like bye bye and you walk next to the person and like look and you don't say anything and both look down and
Yeah, and now we can be walking for the same direction for days. Would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, goodbye. And then we can like continue walking together for days. That would be sort of weird.
yeah.
So
So it's like 2 days walk to the tower or 1 day?
yeah, on foot, yeah.
Yeah,
You should
okay.
use about like full 2 days ish, considering that. Let's say that you can't travel like at night. I would expect you to use full 2 days, yeah, so that you'll reach the tower ish tomorrow night if you're lucky. But
Okay. Well, I guess we should try to explore it mostly in daylight, I hope, to be able to see.
of course, that's of course fully up to you. But are you done with breakfast, by the way?
Yeah, I think we should go get on the road.
Yeah, because I think the tent is sort of tired as well. So,
The tent?
Is it
Yes.
a living tent?
sort of, I guess.
What?
You see that, and it points towards the stick. If you remember, I describing like that there is a stick that doesn't go fully towards the ground, but that it was in the middle to like shoot the tent up.
Yeah.
But that it wasn't towards the middle because there was a bonfire underneath it. He points towards that stick.
The stick tent?
Okay, is it like a stick animal?
You can call it what you want, I guess. If I like snap my fingers in a specific way, it just dusts off all the water and stuff and packs itself.
That seems nice.
Where did you
That's
get
cool.
that?
From a trader merchant of mine in Luskin, actually. So
Do you know if it has more?
I don't think so. I seem to be very keen on selling me this particular one thing that he had, and that was this tent. And boy, has it been useful, because it's also resistant towards weather, so...
Oh. Does it has other feature like coffee maker, massage,
No, nothing like that.
water pool?
It will keep it will keep you warm, dry, and it will make sure that it sets up
Wow.
itself and packs itself.
MacGyver, you have to make me something.
Type
when you
something?
Get, huh?
What is happening?
MacGyver is typing something.
Oh,
Yeah,
can
anyways.
you hear that?
No, we can see you have something on Discord. We type
Yeah,
something.
that says type something.
What
Anyways.
is that?
Yeah. Well, I'm just MacGyver. You have to make a tent that has like some beer function implemented in it, so you can like drink beer from the tent.
Oh yeah.
So
That'd be
beer
nice.
tent?
Beer tent.
Yeah, beer.
Okay, heard
Beer.
about that before.
Beer. You have beer, bear, and beard. Like 3 different beers.
Mm.
What?
You know, a beer tent made out of beers?
Beer.
Couldn't we
Beer.
discuss this as we go?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
As we walk, do you mind if I take a look at the branch or the tent?
No. It wouldn't matter, but or to me at least. And Jasmine shakes her head too and indicates that it doesn't matter to her either. But as you're heading out of the tent, he just snaps his fingers once, and you can see that the tent shakes off the water, even though in a way so that it doesn't fall onto you, even though that you're just outside the tent. It like tips over to a side, making sure that all the water falls off. And you can see that the layer of the tent is just slowly packing itself into the stick, which is no more than like this wide, like a big cock.
Oh yeah. Open your mouth and do that again.
Yeah. And it's about 1.5 meter long, like the stick. And everything like just packs itself into that stick, and you can see that the stick just slowly falls over onto the ground. And then she picks it up, slams it into the backpack, and then she takes it out again and hands it to Aim.
I would like to look at it, if I can understand what kind of magic and how it's made.
You can make an Arcana.
I would like to use my Tinker feat
Oh, I
as
can
well.
help you. No, I can't.
Yeah.
And give myself guidance.
Yes.
So that's 2 plus a 4.
369.
You. So 4, 6, 22? Yeah.
22?
Yep.
Yeah. As you're examining the stick, you sort of enter your own mind again.
Yep.
And you can see a short image of a dwarf who's sitting... What's happening?
No, just standing front of him.
Of a dwarf sitting at a tree root, who is sitting with a pencil in one hand and a blacksmithing like hammer, but it seems like not the type of hammer you're necessarily used to. It doesn't seem to be made for using harsh or developing harsh materials. It seems to be more finer and softer tuned. It almost seems like instead of being made of iron, the smithing hammer itself, it's made of wood. You can see him sitting in front of a completely, like, what looks like to you a normal stick that is lying in front of the tree root, and with the pencil, the painting pencil, in his right hand, he's holding his thumb up, and you can see that he's looking at the stick animal, like a small stick animal that you can almost barely see at the very end of the tree root, that is almost like, And then he smacks the stick once with the wooden hammer. And then you can see that the wooden hammer, or the stick, sort of floats easily above the ground while shaking. And that four legs grows out of it. So...
Do I hear a name or anything?
No. And then you can also see on the stick itself, it looks like a magical stick of enhancement sorts. And it looks to have a lot of compartments, but they don't look easily accessible. It seems like if you want to access them, you have to almost like plunge a dagger into the very small holes and like flip it open to get anything out of it. So it seems like you have to hurt the material of the stick to actually find out what's underneath it, unless it comes out by itself.
Oh, Press, do you know what you're doing to me right now?
No.
You're making me want to turn into a murder hobo.
You want to murder these people now?
I want the stick, but I doubt they'll like part with it easily.
You try to buy it.
I don't think they'll sell it.
Well, if you don't try it, they will definitely not sell it.
Okay. You see that I just look up, really amazed by what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And ask him if he would potentially want to sell this.
The stick?
Yes.
You're aware of what you're asking me now, right? You're asking me if I'm willing to part with the one item that makes this travel that I do easy?
Yep.
Then the price has to be of a vicinity that makes sure that I don't have to travel as much anymore. You know that, right?
I just nod.
So, do you remember what I said about the axe? About the pricing on the axe?
No.
I said 500 for the axe.
I smile and just continue moving.
Come on, give it back at least, please.
I'm sorry, I forgot. And then I just winked.
it takes it back with a smile, and he says to you, "And that I'm pretty certain that you fancied what you saw. I'm guessing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really incredible.
Yeah, it's
You know the person that made this?
no, it's a merchant. I think he's still there. It's a merchant that sells like curiosities in Luskin, and I think he's still there if I remember correctly, at least. Oh,
Yeah, maybe we should
Smile
visit
and
them.
point to Auron and say it's made by his kind.
oh, it's made by dwarven people.
Yes.
Well, not wonder you like it.
It looks like your uncle. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
What the fuck? Is my uncle trapped inside it? No.
No,
Why would
but
you- Inside it.
because the man who sold it to me was a human. So
Probably
No,
made
it
a long time ago.
it's really cool.
yeah, I find it really cool too, and very, like I said, it makes traveling so much easier, especially considering the road that we're traveling at. The storm doesn't seem to hit us whenever we're in the tent. So
Yeah.
I when we walk, I just go in near him and ask, "Do you know about the compartments?"
yes, those are the compartments that everything come out of when we're using it. So I'm not trying to do anything more with it because I'm of the nature who feels like this item, even though there's no evidence of it, I feel like this item sort of has some sort of life form in some way, shape, or form.
I tried to like paint a picture of how I saw it
Yeah.
with the tongue out and the forelegs.
Yeah, so that's what I've been thinking as well. That there is some sort of entity within this thing because it feels so lifelike, especially like if you noticed the particular thing of when it took the water off the layer, it made sure that the water didn't hit us, for example. That sort of thing. It makes me feel like this thing is alive, so I don't want to like hurt it. So I've just looked at the compartments whenever we've set up the tent and saw that, oh yeah, of course, the things are coming outside or out of those compartments.
So
You tried talking to it?
Yes. Don't.
Does
Please.
it answer you?
Do you think so? What was the one thing that I said to you whenever we met that I was glad to have people that actually responded to me?
yeah.
Don't you think I've been desperate
I-
enough to talk to this thing when I think it's alive?
I get lost in my own my own thoughts sometimes. So I'm very bad at paying attention.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. There was no means to offend.
What would happen if there was somebody inside when you said it made it collapse?
I don't know. I don't think anything would happen. I don't think the tent is strong enough to carry someone within or into the compartment, for example. I don't think so, at least.
So
just
it's not
think
like
it
they
would
will
pop
be
out.
cut in half or anything like that?
Hopefully not. Jesus. That's
I
very...
just had a picture in my mind that Aim was like inside the tent and it like collapsed and he was like in two parts or something. It was just a thought I had.
Ah,
Tried talking dwarvish to it?
No.
I just pointed out.
Snakker du ikke språket selv?
What?
Talking Dwarvish.
Oh.
Jo, men jeg vil følge med.
He waves the stick like in front of your face as you're talking Dwarvish, hoping that it will respond.
Lille staven min, vis deg frem.
It just waves and you can hear no sort of
Vil
response
du at jeg
whatsoever.
skal gnikke litt på staven?
I don't. Oh, fuck. Yeah, well.
Well,
I don't think it responds to that language either.
Does not seem like it.
It was
If that
probably
was
something
Dwarvish,
dirty you said.
I'm
Yes,
guessing it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not doubting you. At least not you. And he looks towards Auron.
Well, I don't know a lot, but I know the language of the hammer.
Of what?
Of the hammer.
You don't know the language of the dwarves, but you know the...
No.
wait.
I said I don't know a lot, but I do know the language of the hammer. It's just a phrase we have with dwarf, like dwarves are the, if you want something made, you ask a dwarf, not a human or an elf. No offense.
No, no offense taken whatsoever, actually. You can also see, because of course...
sad.
You can also see, of course, because you're traveling on a well-traveled road, you can see that he has an eye on everyone that passes you. Like if they're passing you on foot, if you're passing you in a small carriage, if they're passing you on horse, he keeps a small eye on them, because you can see that he's eyeing, trying to debate about how much money they potentially have.
Is it a busy road?
Yes, it is a busy road. You can see people almost every time you would come across like a small bump or something. You can see that there's people. You always have people in your peripheral vision, basically.
So how many do we pass in an hour, would you say?
Somewhere between maybe, let's say, if they're traveling like alone, I would say, or let's say groups, I would say somewhere in between like 15 to 20, maybe.
Yeah, that's quite busy.
Yeah.
But I guess it's this road is going towards Waterdeep, right?
Yeah, it's Waterdeep and Neverwinter, so you pass people
so
that
that's
come.
one of the two biggest cities around there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it a lot of horses or mostly on foot or?
Both. The people that you, of course, meet on or can see easily on foot are people that are approaching you, that are coming towards Neverwinter. But on horseback, you have people passing you from Neverwinter as well. But of course, there's not too many people passing you on foot that comes from Neverwinter, because you're almost walking in like the same speed-ish. So they don't catch up to you, like, naturally.
I guess this road between those two cities is one of the safest roads around here then.
Yes.
Like no attacks on the road or bandits and stuff like that, since there's so many people.
Yeah,
here.
There's not many people who want to do that sort of thing, and the most dangerous things on these roads are usually at night, and that's the weather. So
I see.
if you want something
I will
safe,
just put my pistol back in the holster.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Pistol back in my holster.
Pistol back in the holster. But as you're talking about that,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You do notice that there is a guy coming from Neverwinter on horseback. A mid-ish male, a mid-30-ish male, a human, that is riding towards you, and he looks very peculiar at your specific group. So he seems to be looking, because you can see that he looked at the group in front of you, or that's behind you, that is almost walking at the same speed as you. And then he fast cast his eyesight towards you again. And then when he approaches you on a brown horse, a man who is clad in leather armor, like I said, mid-30s, small beard, long brown hair, and a bit of a scar across the one eye.
Does he look familiar?
No. He doesn't look like anyone you have seen before, actually. None of you.
But he looks like he's looking for something, or looks...
Yeah, he looks like he's looking for someone particular. And he looks over your entire group as well, as his horse slows down, and then the horse almost comes to a halt. And he says that, there you are. And he looks very at Langa.
Okay.
Ain't nobody got time for
Have we met?
No. I wouldn't have needed to scour in between all the people that I've met so far, if we had. But I was told to find you.
Okay.
I was
Who
told
sent
to
you?
give you this, and he reaches into his right pockets and has a small letter that he plucks over to you. And I can, it's a small enough, or I can still also give it to you. Yes. And you can have the fun thing of reading it to the group.
10 pages.
It's not 10
Not
pages.
that bad.
Moral,
It is finally time, my elven friend. The person who deliver you this letter has a black pouch. Ask him to hand you the pouch. Inside there are 4 circular black things with a rope attached at the end. I call these things, oh no, not this again, powder bombs. Light the rope at the end and throw them towards whatever you want to hurt. Oh no. Make sure to keep safe distance. Yeah, this is important. You hear that, guys? Safe distance. Though they should make quite a blast. Yeah, the last one did too. Use all 4 and report back to me if they work as intended. Intended work. Light the rope at the end. Throw towards whatever you want to hurt. It should make a blast around 15 feet sphere. Fiery explosion. Oh no. Packing quite a punch. Kind regards and tell him. Of course, it's from you. Yeah. Can I have the pouch, please?
Oh yeah, sure. And he puts into the back of his backpack, and he hands you a brown pouch containing what it said it was going to contain: 4 circular black things with a rope attached at the end. And you can now, of course, if you want to, you can go into D&D Beyond and search for powder bombs. You can all do that, of course, if you want to, and you can see what they do.
Yeah. Of course you wanted me to test these.
Kind of weird he's not using goblins to test it.
Well, we might.
Powder bomb?
Powder bomb, yeah.
A bomb a day keeps the kobolds away.
If they save, they take no damage.
Yes.
This is only the beginning.
The last edition will be like 100 D20. And it will be called Atomic Bomb.
Atomic bomb. The powder bomb, because I can read it to the chat as well what they do. I guess I can show them the item by doing this. By going here. Oh. There you can see the item.
Boom.
It says it's a wondrous item. It's common. As an action, a character can light this bomb and throw it at a point up to 40 feet away. Each creature within 15 feet of that point must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 fire damage. It's also quoted from the guy that made them. A bomb a day keeps the kobolds away. Always noise.
Pretty funny.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
tell us before you're gonna test them, Ganga.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, thanks, kind sir, and send my regards back.
I will. And he just flips the horse around, and he's out of sight as soon as he came into it.
So,
What?
any of you guys want to test these things with me? I trust
No.
you guys. You know?
Yes.
No, thanks.
Okay, just be careful and read the instruction. I hand him the letter as well, so you can like have an easy instruction with the one bomb.
Yeah.
Do I get one or do I get them all?
Do you want more?
Yes.
I need to. I think he'll be mad if I don't test some of them myself. So you can have 2, okay?
I'm like smiling and laughing like a little kid when you give me the explosives.
Just be careful. Like, read like in the letter, please.
Yes.
If you have any like pointers, it would be nice if you could like write them down. I try to report this kind of stuff.
Yes.
So we throw them towards the enemy?
Yeah, you light them up and then you throw them, and then it goes
If you're not
boom.
very good at throwing, they can like go very short
Yeah, you
and
can.
land right in front of you.
If you
Or
don't.
drop them, or fire a firebolt from far away,
Yeah.
or place them under the pillow of a dwarf.
No, please don't do that.
No,
Come on.
no.
I need
What
to
the-
actually test these things. Oh well.
What was that about? You see Rory saying.
I've
I'm joking. I'm just
I'll-
joking.
done some jobs for a guy in Neverwinter, and seems I have more work to do since we're going out exploring anyway. He thinks this is a good plan.
And you don't seem as sure?
I've seen some of the experience before, and it's scary. It's, oh my god.
The guy only has one arm, right?
Yeah, he has only one arm. Yeah. That's,
What are you?
that's
What?
weird.
What?
Well, he lost his arm in.
Some experiments some time ago, I think, but he's not that keen on talking about that.
And
He
the-
just
These things are entering my tent tonight,
well,
or
I
You have to
can,
light them. So
you
they're
have
safe
to
when
light
they're
them
light.
for something to happen. But yeah,
okay? And you're sure
Oh.
about that?
but yeah,
Yes.
We can test one, and I just throw one without like lighting the fuse. Just throw one right like to a tree.
You hear a clunk from the tree, and nothing else happens.
you see me
I
flinch
turn
a bit. as
around
he
and
hits the tree.
give him like a thumbs up. Yeah.
Well, seems good this time.
When you pick it up, you can roll a d4.
Aww.
I'm not next to him.
2.
2. When you go over to pick it up, it does nothing.
I'll say.
It's a dud. No.
And then you're gonna say when we're resting tonight, can you roll a d4 again?
So, anyways, is there any specific things that you want to talk to Rory and Jasmine about, or something like that, or do you want like passage of time until something like?
Down for passage of time, because
Well,
I'm
passage
probably
time as
gonna
well.
be in my own thoughts about the explosives.
You're
I'm just gonna
obsessed now.
cast gift of alacrity on myself to be. Nothing is gonna happen, but I'm just gonna be ready in case something happens.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
lasts for 8 hours. So
I'll also think about the bombs, but for different reason than I'm.
I get it. I get it.
I'm gonna think about meaning of life and walk down the street. No.
Yeah.
You're thinking about
There
all
was
the
much
possibilities
rejoicing.
this is, right?
What were you saying?
Like
Yeah.
industry. And I'm just muttering to myself
No.
and just
Oh, yeah.
continue walking.
Please,
Is there-
I'm. We're
since you're
testing.
controlling Sontash, Tariel, you can use his ability on yourself, so you get advantage on your next initiative rolls.
That sounds
good.
logical. Okay, so traveling on these roads, as mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of enemies on these roads because they don't want to show themselves if they're there, and bandits, that sort of stuff, are smart.
Oh, I'm
enough.
ready.
They are smart enough not to try to steal or not to try to ambush someone on these roads, considering that they won't be able to do it in an isolated manner. So most of the day goes by without you encountering anything of interest other than people, common people. Some a bit more noble-ish. Others seem ready for a fight, but doesn't seem to have necessarily seen one. When they ride past, you can see that their armor looks shiny and bright, so it doesn't look like they've necessarily been into battle. Except for that, when it's coming to midday, like very, very early night fallish, like that, you can see that it's starting to get somewhat more midday, early night-ish. A big caravan or a carriage comes up towards you that almost takes up one part of the entire road. And it's black, clad in purple. And it seems to be quite big. So big, in fact, that they need 3 horses to pull it instead of 2. But you can still only see one person sitting out in front of it. But you can clearly see that the carriage has room for more. So there's probably people in the back. And the carriage also actually comes to a halt next to you. And flings its doors open. And you can see the head of a middle-aged man in his mid-30s. Who is, again, someone who has a very long brown hair. But it's very well kept. You can see he's also clad in nobility clothes of purple. Matching part of the carriage.
Purple.
Purple, yes. He has no visible scars of any way, shape, or form. That he has nothing on his entire body that you can see that is exposed flesh that indicates that he has seen any hardship from this life, like at all. But he greets you with like a very high registered voice. Hello.
No.
Oh, the industry, the capabilities. We can make cities in a day.
You seem to be having some troubles. Or not necessarily troubles, but you seem to be packing heavy. And it looks at all of you.
How do you know?
How do you know? I can tell just by the armor that you're wearing, my dwarven sir.
Well, thank you. I'm packing quite heavy.
Yeah. I can see that, especially her, and it points towards Jasmine, who has the heaviest backpack over her and Rory. And she just looks back at her backpack, and she shakes her head a bit. So, I'm not going to make this any longer than it has to. Where are you heading?
The other way.
What?
Because he was coming from the front.
Oh, he was coming from behind you.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
came from behind. You're
heading towards Waterdeep or somewhere in between?
Yeah. Yeah, but we're heading towards Waterdeep.
Yeah. So, heavy lifting. I'm alone in this thing. Do
you recognize the sigil?
No, it's no sigil on it. It's only clad in purple.
Okay.
Do we remember anything about that? Because I can't remember, like, personally.
No, there is nothing of resemblance. It just feels like the carriage is clad in well-kept, like, purple blankets and that sort of thing, and he's also clad in purple, but there's no sigil or anything that you can see on him, or the carriage itself.
I want to look at his face and ask, do you have bad intentions? And try to discern if he's a bad man.
If you consider, you can roll insight, by the way, and you can do it with advantage. If you consider keeping your bellies full and making sure that you travel easier, bad intentions, then yes.
That was 2 of the same number, so that was nice.
How much was it in total?
6.
6.
How
So
much?
6.
6.
So, Merchlar is still here, I guess.
In spirit, yeah. Your insecurities about him still stands, to say the least. It's hard to read his face.
Well,
I just look around on the others and... Is this
Do not worry.
Common? Is this common? Like, do strangers always invite people into their caravans?
It depends. This is Rory saying. It sort of depends, but this man seems to have no ill intent, but I think he'll have to take this one without us. At least it seems like my madam here doesn't want to, like, meet with too many other people today.
well, I did agree to follow along with you guys, so...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I understand this completely, and I would suggest that do this. It's completely fine. Your matter seems of more importance than whatever we're supposed to do. So it doesn't matter. I've just been happy that we've been able to travel together for as long as we have. So don't worry about that at all. If I were in a separate situation and I would have someone like this telling me that I could like not use my feet and just sit and eat or something like that instead, I would have done the same thing. So
I don't mind walking,
what-
but
What do you want in return, good sir?
good company. I'm
Don't
alone.
look at me.
I didn't catch your name.
My name is Auron Duhara, at your service. And he like leans slowly out of the carriage to try and make sure that his hand reaches you.
Does that name sound familiar?
It does not.
Ah.
I eat brains backwards if you now.
Okay. Fariel, Kendall.
Yep.
Yeah, Auron
Happy to
here.
meet your acquaintance.
What are
Don't worry.
Very. What's your business at the road? Are you traveling?
I'm traveling to Waterdeep.
You're a merchant, or?
Yeah, doing some trading business before heading back again. So, but do not worry. This would have been a particularly bad ruse if I was trying to do a ruse of some sort. So don't worry about that. I'm a kind man with a barrel full of good food that I'm
Yeah.
very much willing to share.
Do you have something to drink?
Yes.
Let's take this man's offering. Let's go.
Are you coming with me, dwarf?
Yes.
Nice. Just
This
make sure that
seems
you don't
good.
stumble on the way up. It's quite the big carriage, you know.
Langa, can you help me?
He also
but-
offers his hand so that you can hold towards his hand when you're climbing aboard.
If that's all you need is food and beer, then you are fine.
Well,
Yes.
yes.
Jesus. Yeah, I must say I'm more inclined to walk. No offense, just because we said that we're gonna, travel with him, and
But we can split up.
No.
no,
Oh.
You don't want to travel with me.
it's not that. It's just these fine people offer their
Hospitality.
hospitality this night for us, and it's kind of seeing it's a way of paying them back. Is travel with them and keep them safe.
It-
The road,
It's
probably
like I
safe
said,
road,
though.
but you never know.
It's like I said, though. Remember that it's no issue for us. It's just that when she doesn't want to do something because of like reasons that I feel like are legitimate to her, I don't want to force her into like sitting with more strangers than what she did the night before. So, but it's no issue for us if you want it. But of course, if you want to keep on foot with us as well, we'll accept that as well.
I don't
Don't
look at
make me
me for
beg,
any.
please, he says, the man from the carriage.
Can I ask, sir, why you chose us and not? There's so many people on the road.
Yeah, but you look like people that have a story to tell. I can see you don't
Is
look
it-
like commoners. You look like you, for example, in points towards Langa. It looks like you have swung that sword on your back before.
Yeah, I've
not
seen
much as
him
you
miss a
think.
lot.
Yeah.
You seen him what now?
Nah, I don't think about it.
Nothing. But I just keep feeling like we get invited into the caravan and then suddenly say, just a little detour. I have like this
Detour with this thing?
This evil monster that you have to slay for me, and
No, we're not in that business. We're not in that business at all.
who are we? I thought you were alone.
Yeah, but I am going towards somewhere and doing business with someone.
Also, you're like in part of a merchant guild or something.
You could call it that, I guess. We are people that deal in treasures and curiosities, yes.
And do you have like
Do
a
you
base?
deal in absolutes?
Oh,
That depends on what you mean by absolutes.
That's a stupid
only a
joke.
Sith Lord deals in absolutes.
But okay, look here, and he pulls up like the upper lip, and he shows that he has normal teeth. I'm not a vampire or anything like that. If that's what you're worried about or something like that, I'm not going to suck your blood once you like sit in my carriage. And I just want company by someone that has something to tell. I usually pick up a lot of commoners along these roads whenever I'm traveling back and forth to be nice, because this world is so full of shit.
I have to ask something stupid. Does he stand in this like in the light?
Yeah.
Or-
He has poked his
okay.
head out and everything.
That would be fun if you just like, I want to drink your blood.
How late is it, by the way?
It's starting to become like early evening, so the sun is starting to go down.
What is your plan for the night? Are we traveling through the night if he joined you?
Yes. Usually, unless the storm becomes like too heavy, then we'll just stop for the day.
Oh. Well, then we will reach our destination faster. I don't know.
Yeah, and you won't have to use your feet or your back or carrying all the stuff that you carry. Like
Oh.
her, for example, I don't know why she doesn't want to like partake in this. And he points towards Jasmine again, who just shakes her head again.
Can I take a try to read her face? Like, does she like look just doesn't want to, or she's like a little bit scared, or you know?
You can do an insight, yes,
Just, you know.
with advantage.
I don't know if it's gonna help though, but insight, yes.
Leave.
Okay, let's do it.
You're so insightful.
Oh, I'm not. It becomes 9.
9.
369.
To you,
Oh, so 3,
she looks
7,
like a bit of both. Looks like she doesn't want to, and she looks like she's kind of scared. Sort of.
Oh,
Weird.
Maybe why?
Well,
So,
for me, it's opportunity to meet new persons, and heard, like, I never say no to an adventure. So,
yeah,
but
you
I
seem
guess
to be
if the
focusing
other in
on...
my party is not that eager, I guess we have to politely say no.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I wanted to go. You had like drinks, you said, so I don't know. But
Thanks
I
for
do.
the kind offer, good sir, but
I have food brought all the way from Arkenbridge.
oh, fuck.
Arkenbridge.
They're
How
known
do you
for
know
kid
this
food.
this Griffith guy?
You know... What? Griffith?
Do you know a Griffith guy? He I know he was from Arkenbridge back in the days. 20 years ago, probably.
Oh, no, I'm not that close with them. I deal with the Goldbrett, like the family. I buy food from them. They have very good and tasty food.
But no perfume.
Per what now? Perfume? No.
Okay.
Why would I buy perfume? To eat?
No. To... So you're not a part of Griffith's gang.
Who's this
This
guy
is
you're
so
talking about?
stupid.
What do you mean you know exactly who he is?
No.
I can see it on your face.
Oh well, relax, Auron. He probably don't. It's okay.
Alkenbridge quite far away from here.
Arkenbridge is very far from here.
Still heard rumor about the food though, but yeah. I
Never
think
goes
I'll be
sour.
fine.
Never grows old.
Oh,
Never
fuck.
grows mold.
Oh, that's too
That
good to
can't
be
be
true.
healthy.
Yeah.
Can't be healthy. It's very healthy.
Oh, it's full of airstoffer.
That's dwarvish for conservatives and other stuff like that.
Oh, it's very good food. I'm telling you.
Do you have a sample?
Yeah. I
I'm
said,
sorry, my other people in the party don't want to join you, and I want to eat the food and drink.
Yeah, and it's like I said, the only thing that I want in return for the food and drink and the trip is good company. So
Is it possible to ride for like 10 minutes? And just
No.
eat a bit?
I would appreciate it if you rode with me to your destination if it's somewhere in between here and Waterdeep. And if it's in Waterdeep, I would appreciate it if we rode all the way together.
Oh. I'm frustrated.
Why?
Because you guys don't want to eat and drink his tasty food.
Get some good food later, Auron. I promise.
You
So
promise?
you are saying no.
Yes.
Well, I am saying yes, but those other people, thou shall
No
say no.
other.
Okay.
So,
I guess there's nothing else
um,
left to say then. It's the first time I've been refused. So sort of unusual and sort of stings a bit, actually.
don't take it personal. Well, I guess there's no other way to take it, maybe. I don't know.
No, it's not
Nah.
personal because it's more like we're upholding our
Promise.
not
Yeah.
yeah not yeah or it's like should I say
Keep our words, yes. Yeah.
we haven't promised anything, but it's just like they showed us some
Mercy.
mercy, good mercy, or and we are paying it back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you just was unlucky hitting us up that we were like two separate group that looked like one group, but we are in fact two groups working together as one. So it was hard to tell.
Okay.
I'm trying to speak in say not as long sentences. So I'm trying to keep it short.
Oh, what?
By explaining it long.
Yeah,
I'm just practicing getting straight to the point, and if you want to explain something, you don't want to drag it out. So the other people, I'm not very good at it. I'm learning.
Okay.
Well,
No, but
Santosh is really good at it because he's like stone face and hasn't said a fucking word.
It's
Have
called.
you, Santosh? Huh?
Stop
It's really
referring to the
silent
people
today.
that's not here.
oh well. Oh, thanks for the offer, kind sir. But maybe we'll see you around at some point.
Yeah, maybe we will, so that you can refuse whatever I try to give to you another time as well. I don't know. This was
Next time we're gonna get you a hike.
okay. Anyways, and he sort of grabs the handle sort of awkwardly on the door to the carriage. I guess we'll see each other sometime.
Yeah, maybe we meet in the winter.
Yeah, sure. Have a nice night. It's probably going to be good weather for traveling, I guess.
You too.
And he shuts the door close and
Are you sure you can toss out bread or something?
You get no response. The carriage only picks up pace
Oh, darn it!
and disappears.
Well, now you owe me a good meal, Langa.
Get you a good meal, Auron.
I tried to tell you that you didn't have to do that. We appreciate you doing it, of course, but you didn't have to.
Nah, some
just
offers
follow
are just too good to be true. I don't
Yeah.
trust that.
Your wife was a little bit suspicious, I guess.
No, she was
my-
not suspicious. And he he takes out a note from his back pocket that he looks at again. His name was Auron Newgate, right?
I think
Yeah.
I think so.
So
Sounds like
It's-
royalty almost. Like, ooh. Who big?
I
Yeah,
don't know
it's he isn't. Apparently, I don't think he is a nobleman, but he works for noblemen. So he's probably on his way to that nobleman, from what I understand. By
That
her.
nobleman?
He kept slipping me these fucking notes, so you can see that he
Okay.
like, takes out like
Do you
3 to
know
4
which-
more.
Which
Who is that nobleman?
The nobleman is called Mara Ahar. He is the guy who is now running the town or the village where she's from, originally.
Ah.
So
Is he
they
like
are
a
nice
bad
people. They
person?
are actually
Oh, they're
nice
nice.
people,
Okay,
apparently,
okay.
but it reminds her too much of
I
what
see.
has happened. Because, let's see. And you can see him shuffling through the notes that he's gotten from her.
It's like a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. Apparently, like 10 years ago or so, the master of the person that we met now, the Mara Ahar character, that guy, and his wife, like, overthrew the village, apparently. So they took over after her family, like, because her family, of course, were very into, like, slavery and sexism, that sort of thing. And the villagers didn't particularly like that, of course, for obvious reasons. So they used that as a scheme, apparently, for overthrowing, like saying that it wouldn't be like that under them, which it isn't. So that's a good thing. So they're more well liked, these people, and they seem to be running the village in more regular, normal ways. But of course, it reminds her too much of what has happened, so she didn't want to sit in a carriage that represented, because purple, apparently, that specific purple is like the sign of her village, apparently. So so she noticed that straight away and decided that she didn't want to go into that carriage, even though she know that that village is not like that anymore. But yeah, so that was the reason why we didn't want to partake. So she just shakes her head. You can see that she's sort of apologetic towards you.
don't be.
Oh, but I'm
Apology accepted.
it's quite unusual to see that people in this sort of world, when it comes down to the small finer details of what we're doing here, like that we were supposed to travel together today, that sort of thing, that people uphold that stuff in such a like strong-willed manner as you did. If a carriage comes by, like a big carriage, promises food, drink, and all that sort of thing, and you still stand by the thing that you said earlier that day, even though repercussions are close to like 0, if you don't, that's noble.
That's
Well, I
look
guess I
up-
failed then.
I look up and try to understand what's going on.
Oh, you haven't paid attention.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh,
Well, I'll be honest. I felt quite comfortable in your tent as well, and that's a secure place to sleep. I don't know about that caravan either.
Oh yeah. That was one of the things that I was thinking as well. The caravan looked quite big, so if you
Yeah.
like park that in the wrong place whenever the storm hit, so I don't know. Maybe we'll find the carriage somewhere. Who knows?
I'll ask him to take out some food for you then, Auron.
okay. MacGyver, why do you keep your hand on your 2 balls that you got from Langa?
What?
Huh?
Oh, these?
Yeah, the balls you got from Langa.
They are interesting.
But
They
you need to like fondle them right
Stop
now.
bothering
Can't you
me.
play with them? Okay.
Stop bothering me! I'm just a
Let
young
him-
little boy trying to understand the smaller things in life.
Just let him play with his balls.
Yeah, I guess. Just be careful.
But can you just keep a little bit in the back in case you just like...
Yeah. And like walk backwards so we don't need to see that you play with them.
That's for fuck's sake.
Backwards, okay.
Or you could just put away your balls while you are traveling.
No wonder that creepy guy stopped. Oh, I want to invite some young boy into my caravan.
Look at him fondling those balls.
Holy shit!
He probably was a holy man or something.
Oh god.
This man
What?
was not a holy man. No, he is apparently just an old commoner that Mara took notice of. So he grew fond of him and made him into like a noble. Oh.
Well, he looked kind of the way he was dressed and stuff. I never seen any human like that. Well, I've not seen many humans, like maybe 8 humans together.
Yeah, but,
Also.
What?
Oh, he's a noble now, as he said.
Yeah,
he got
and
made up.
Is that how a noble human look like?
Yes.
Yeah, usually, I guess. There, of course, it's not like a. There's no way of
like,
telling. Like
dressed
this.
that like flashy with that color. What do you call that color?
Yeah.
Like-
That particular color, from what I can understand from Jasmine, is because of course, the village they're from, Selekar, which is called.
Oh.
So.
So it's like color. I see.
Yeah, the color of the village itself. So.
Hmm.
I've been trying to gather some information about that place ever since they were overthrown. Her family, that is, to try to make sure that the place changed. Because originally we wanted to like travel back there whenever they were overthrown, if the new leaders continued to like lead in the same sort of manner. We wanted to travel back and like expose the entire thing. But of course, since it changed, we didn't see the reason to. But from what?
No, sorry, I just wondering where the city is located.
It's located. How should I tell it? Not more than a day or so from Waterdeep. It's a small village that was founded upon people from Waterdeep, like not wanting to live within Waterdeep anymore. So,
Okay.
because of all the things that happened like 40 years ago.
But I thought Waterdeep was booming after what happened. That was what you said, right?
Yeah, the place
who
is.
said that? The guy, somebody from the Seven or something was like making some stuff in Waterdeep.
Yeah, the place is very much alive still. It's just that some people that lived within Waterdeep before all of this happened don't necessarily trust the people within the walls to protect them anymore, and their ways of like living and not like informing the public about certain things, certain big things for that matter. Of course, 40 years ago, the entire world was almost devoured, and most of us didn't even know about it. So, of course, a lot of us wasn't even born around that time, but the people that were, like 90 to 95% of them didn't even know that this was happening at all. So some of the places have, of course, almost been shattered because of the fact that they think their leaders are oblivious. In Neverwinter, it was this, the other thing, of course, where it turned out the leaders exactly knew what was going on, but still kept it from the public. That doesn't like give you a whole lot of trust, to say the least. So it's basically, Selekar is just like old commoner or villagers, farmers, carpenters, that sort of thing that lived within the walls of Waterdeep that chose to live outside it after all this became like public. But it's, of course, like I said, problems with these small villages. It's just that the one family or person that is strong enough to start something like this, they can also rule it in however they see fit. That's what her family did. They, of course, built it, so they used the fact that they built the thing to command it as well. And they had very screwed up ways of looking at how things should be. Of course, she's a living example of that. So, like I said, apparently it's not that way anymore. Now the people, Mara, Ahar, and the wife, I don't even know the name of the wife. They were explorers, I think. So they were just people that got a whole bunch of treasure over time and basically like sold it and ended up having a small fortune because of that, and then like overthrew and now they're they're leading the village with that money, basically. So, but I'm not surprised to see that they're having at least someone like traveling back and forth and doing some sort of like trading still and that sort of thing. I'm guessing he's out there looking for stuff as well, because I can never. It doesn't come close to my heart to think that explorers would just all of a sudden like sit down somewhere and that's the end of it, sort of. If you have had a taste of like exploring, that sort of thing, I'm guessing it's kind of growing closer to your heart that you want the adrenaline pumping from time to time, that sort of thing. I don't know. No. Even I feel it, so. And I'm not an explorer, but I feel it in good trading and that sort of thing. If I'm about to sell something big or something like that, so. I wouldn't expect him to be any different. But yeah.
Some people grow tired then, I guess. Grow old.
Yeah, of course. That is something that could have happened. I don't know the age of Mara. Oh. I know that is very... out there, I guess. Sort of very, I want to change the world for the better type of person. Like, offers a lot of himself, offers and tries to do a lot of like weird things, that sort of thing. I know he's that kind of person, but not too much more than that. I haven't looked too much into him. Like I said, we whenever we discovered that the village had changed, our plans to expose the entire thing like slowly changed as well. So.
How much power do you think he has? And does he has ties to the Waterdeep and the Winter? Does do the noble families control the politics that happens, or?
I don't know. In Waterdeep, it's always been like different, because in Waterdeep there's like 13 lords or something like that, but there's only one that is public at a time. They have like a very weird system in Waterdeep, so they have one that communicate with like the townfolk and the world around itself, and the rest of them are hidden. They're sort of isolated lords, to say it that way. So I don't know how easy it is to like actually develop a reasonable and understandable bond in between someone from Waterdeep, like a high nobility sort of thing. But in Neverwinter it seems to be somewhat easier. Especially since all this thing happened with Lord Ash, though, or Nash. I mean Nasher. Everything happened with him. It seems easier. So, because of course he also has his natural enemies. So, not only because of what happened 40 years ago, but because he's risen from the dead. So, not everyone likes that either.
Yeah. Probably some religion. Oh, you should have stayed dead. It's not in our religion that you should have been risen.
Is that something you're against, or?
No. I believe in the hammer.
You believe in the hammer?
Yeah, and the anvil. The Allfather. Moradin, the god of creation.
Where did you live again?
Under rock.
Okay, so you don't think that like what is dead should stay dead?
I think it depends on has the energy that was in the person fulfilled the purpose, or
Yeah, but how
was
can you
Lord
decide that?
exactly? You don't know,
Yeah, so
so you can't decide for or against. So
yeah, but what do you do when it happens then? Just stand there and watch it, even though that's obviously for. What are you supposed to do about that?
Well, in fact, we learned in well, I don't know the common word. Yeah, well, medical school.
Mm-hmm.
That you shouldn't fuck with nature, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm against it if I have to be completely honest.
Yeah. If you have to have some sort of like commitment to the issue.
Yeah, I think I would prefer not to bring people back. I guess. Well, it depends on how it happened, I guess, and if it's like how long they were dead and stuff like that. I guess I don't know. I haven't. Well, I'm sharing too much, but I like dropped out of medical school, so
Oh yeah, okay.
you can say it like that. I'm not
But-
very good at it.
But it's more like, I don't know if anyone has lost their one in front of them, like in battle or in, like if you die of old age, that's like kind of course you'll live your life. But
Yeah.
if there's a tragic death, I don't think we can talk about how how morally right it is to just let dead be dead. But I don't think in the situation when you get there, I don't think we can act rationally right then.
Oh yeah, you're
Yes.
saying that yeah, if you're like standing next to someone and it happens to be your brother and a sword cuts through him, you are saying that you would be expected to try to make sure
Yeah,
that he
you-
survives.
You want to try, if a loved one dies in front of you, you kind of want to save them, and
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I can
I
see
will
the
try to
point.
save my uncle if I can. I don't know if he's alive, but
Yeah, so if you would see your uncle and you would see, let's say that even though you dropped out, let's say that your medical school practices allows you to find out that whenever you find your uncle, let's say that we found your uncle in this ditch, and he points towards like a ditch that's on the side of the road, and you can
oh my
deter
god!
you can deter that he died a day ago. You would try to resurrect him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can respect that. It's I'm of a different opinion, but I like you people, so I wouldn't try to like
But I
yell
also
at you
think
or
you
anything.
can. I also think that the one that you like help or resurrect can be like pissed at you. I guess if you have
It
say
depends
that
on
you have
their moral grounds as well, or
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
if Langa, and this is just an example because it's not true. If Langa was like a glorious fighter that fell on the battlefield, right? He fell in battle. It would be like dishonorous
Emotional,
to
damn it!
resurrect him. I guess if you know what I mean. I don't. Of course, Langa doesn't feel that way, but it's just an example.
I'd prefer to live if that is the situation, no matter how little or glorious you think I am.
I was just an example, like if a big warrior falls in battle protecting the city.
but kind of I think if the person that died was like like the soul was content, and moved on, I don't think
The magic won't work.
yeah, kind of like I don't know if that's true, but I kind of
I think they
that would
said
make
something
sense,
about
wouldn't
that
it? Like
in the temple.
Yeah, maybe the soul need to be like wanting or like wants to return to the body.
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't know.
think so.
MacGyver, have you studied
it
the
kind of
soul?
made sense,
The soul. Is the study it? The soul. The soul.
No,
But-
but have you seen these balls?
But then again, what is a soul? Yes, we've seen your balls.
Yeah, I guess what is a soul, right?
Yeah, I didn't mean to like get this into like a deep discussion or anything. It's just that like I said, I don't get to talk to people too much. So
No, it's
Whenever
nice
we're-
talking. I forget the pain in my feet, so
don't
You can feel it.
don't. Now you're giving me.
I don't think about it. It's just how it is. I tried to pick Auron up and put him on my shoulders.
I don't know if you can lift.
Yeah, it's his weight and everything he's carrying.
Probably you can. I don't know. I'm.
Depends on the weight.
Let me see here.
I think my speed might be reduced, but I think I can do. Yeah, I can. Because my push, drag, or lift is 540.
260.
540.
Yeah, I can push, drag, or lift.
Yeah,
my total,
but lift isn't doesn't apply to extended periods of time though.
Ah, yeah.
My total weight is 260 pounds.
Because lift is lift, not carry.
But how much can you
Okay.
carry? You can see that, like,
Yeah.
is it
Yeah,
become-
it's 270. So I got 108 capacity left.
Yeah, I'm 260 total.
So you can lift him, but you can't carry him.
So I'll just lift him up for like 5 minutes and then put him down again.
Thank
Oh, you can just drag him with you.
Sort of
You're
tired.
a strong boy.
If you just we take each arm and just drag him with us.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I can drag 420.
Like think about putting up the tent soon. I'm like tired.
Yeah. I was thinking. So of course, I was just thinking walking until we all got tired, or until we heard like the storm come. But of course, we can. It's actually getting quite dark out, and there's no storm yet. Oh, that's a good sign, maybe. Oh, that the storm actually won't come today. Who would have thought, right?
I don't know.
So, but yeah, we can try to find an opening if you want to, and just put it up and like buckle down for the night.
Sure.
Yeah, and you think you will reach the tower by tomorrow? You said.
If we continue in this pace, we will. Yeah, we should.
Cool.
Should be able
I'll
to.
just recast my gift on myself in case something happens.
Yeah. He scurries off into like an opening on the northern side. It's on our map. So he tries to find an opening, and whenever he finds one, he takes out the stick from her backpack, slams it into the ground, and snaps the fingers again. And you can see the compartments that you were talking about earlier today. And you can see that the latch and everything and the layers are coming out of every compartment, and also the feet like that puts onto the side so that the tent becomes big and fluffy. So it puts up, and in about like 2 minutes time or so, the tent becomes what it was the night before, without none of you, including them, touching it.
So impressive.
That's quite cool.
Impressive.
You may enter. You can go in first if you want to.
Of course.
Is that more impressive than your balls, Macaire? The tent, I
Different
mean?
kind of impressive.
By the way, the balls that you keep referring to,
Maybe they should be outside the tent?
or at least put them in the very back, because I'm planning on keeping like a bonfire around the middle. You said that they needed to be lit, so let's make sure that they don't accidentally get lit.
That's fair.
So no ball fondling time this evening. Okay.
Especially no heated bone funding.
Or you can go outside the tent and fumble with them.
Well,
Scout's honor.
we should probably have them outside the tent, like under my shield or something, so they don't get wet or something. I don't know. Look, how big is the tent, by the way?
The tent is... Trying to see now. It is... about... Count here. No, that's 2. Okay.
Is it a circle as well?
Yeah, it is the sphere that I'm in, like sort of that size, so 20 feet
Oh,
sphere.
Fireball size.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Ah, perfect. Well, then it's quite a lot of space.
Yes, quite a spacey
And I will
tent.
bring all my equipment inside the tent.
Yeah, that is completely fine. They also do that, so of course they buckle down for the evening quite fast as well. You can see that Jasmine, at least, slumps off quite quickly. You can see that it seems like whatever she experienced actually took a bit of toll on her. So she becomes tired quite quickly.
Yeah, I will doff off my armor and use my shield as a something to sleep under.
Yeah. Rory just sits by the bonfire in the middle for a bit. Just sits there and pokes it easily with a stick.
Balls of am I Kyber? No.
Yeah, he like slowly shovels them into the bonfire. No. No. But yeah, is there anything, of course, that you want to talk about or something like that before we try to do another long rest?
Did he ever explain why she can't speak? Did she get her tongue cut out or something? I can't remember.
Yes, she got her tongue cut out by her own family.
Well, that sucks.
An experience.
Because she was used as a slave because she was a woman.
By her own family.
Yes.
Jesus. I wonder what they did to their non-family. They ate them probably.
Maybe you don't want to know.
I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, I would just go and warm myself some mushroom soup, I guess.
Mushroom soup. IRL or?
Yeah, IRL.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can take a quick break here.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Yeah, like a 5-minute break.
Need a pee-pee.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yes, and then of course when you're coming back you can do the long rest thing.
Okay.
Yes. First break of the day. Hello, Hilder. Hello and welcome back. I have a stream deck now. So now I can just click this thing and we go to my screen. Now I don't need to juggle around on my keyboard anymore to do this sort of thing, which is nice. Like, boom, 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 boom. Profesjonell videostreamer. 15 buttons. I'm very sorry again, by the way, that the names and stuff are not correct this time around. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, I bought it because there was a sale on it on EdgeUp. So I was walking around it the entire day and I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, it's because I could change it around, of course, but I didn't want to just because I know it's going to be different next week again. Because Nurslar is the only one who of course isn't here because he has COVID. So he's sick at the moment. He has fever and headache. So he didn't want to play today, which is of course very understandable. So yes, indeed. Also, the reason why I'm like talking in sort of a lower register from time to time today is because my wound, it hurts like fuck today, so I'm sorry about that. But I still wanted to have like a session and that sort of stuff today. But it hurts like hell. Of course, also on this streaming deck, I have the start, pause, and stop. So thanks for watching screen is there as well. And of course, being the adult that I am, I have these things as well. The farting sound. I have 2 of those. And I have for D&D and stuff.
And there was much rejoicing.
That one was very wet. Rudolph, hello and welcome back. That one is very wet. But this one is very cool for Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Let's say that they barely like survive like an epic fight or something like that. Then you can do this.
And there was much rejoicing.
And of course I have this one as well.
Emotional, damn it!
And this one from Dragon's Dogma.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
It's so low though. That's the bothersome one about that one. That it's so low. the volume of it. This one.
The masterworks all, you can't go wrong.
But you can't get it any higher. I've put it to like 100% and everything, so I can't get it any higher. So. But I bought like a stream deck to upgrade the streaming a bit. I bought earbuds for using at the computer so that I don't have to sit with the headset anymore. Now I have wireless earbuds instead that I use. Did I do anything else? I don't know if I bought anything else. I think I made like a short thing on it. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's something that I can do. Yes, in Audacity. That is very true. That I can up the volume of it in Audacity. That's very true. I bought this one as well. To an external hard drive for 4 terabytes. To make sure that I can keep some YouTube videos and stuff on. So that I can save more YouTube stuff. I have this one as well. That's the things that I've bought now for this for the stream. There's going to be more things in the future. They're also celebrating, which is sort of nice. They're celebrating 60 years at my workplace at like Elkjøp. So they're handing out 300,000 kroner to employees to realize their dreams. You can just state to them what you want to do and how much money it would take to do it. I said that I want to upgrade my streaming equipment and that it would take somewhere around 3,000 to 5,000. So I've gone into the contest as well. And tried to explain a bit about the stream and everything and that sort of thing. Yeah, there you can see other people what they have been wanting. There's a lot of people that want like 30k, that sort of thing, because they want like a trip with the family. To one of them was a trip to India, I believe, or something like that, with her family and the ex or something like that. Because they had kids that hadn't been to India and that sort of thing, so they hadn't visited his family, that sort of thing. So it's a lot of cool stuff that they're trying to realize now because it's because they're 60 years, which is sort of cool. I like that concept. It's very cool. And someone was just like, I've always wanted to like go to a football match in England, watching my favorite team with my friends, that sort of thing. It's cool. So it was my boss that said that I should do it as well, or try to get money. Can I get a job at Elkjøp? Well, who knows? Maybe. I'm at least enjoying it very much so far. It's a lot of fun. It's basically because whenever I was going to my place of work or the government place that I was at to try to get a job, the only thing that I stated to them was that I wanted to work with electronics and people. They said, "Oh yeah, we're going to Elkjøp," like straight away, and I was like, "Yep, that makes sense." yeah, somewhere around that, yeah. That sounds right. Of course, one of the good things about this Elkjøp that I work at is that all of my employee or my colleagues are very good people. It's a lot of fun to work with a lot of them. They're like really good people. So it makes the job a whole lot easier, to say the least. Because they make you feel like safe, secure, and they make you... and they actually want to talk about stuff, that sort of thing. Well, for the previous weeks now, we have been discussing like Elden Ring with almost like every single one person at work. It's been insane. Seems like a game that everyone just plays at work, which is very nice. I've been talking a shit ton about Elden Ring, that sort of thing, at work lately, which has been very nice. Of course, this it has been quite the break for me now, though. Of course, considering that I was out with sick leave for a week, then I've just worked Monday. I'm going to work again tomorrow. Yes, it is. Very much so, yeah. A lot of football talk, a lot of video games, a lot of movies, music. Music, there's a whole lot of at work, which is very nice. I can see that every player is back now, so I think we're heading back into the game. So again, thank you so much, and especially, of course, thank you. Oh, no one likes games. That sounds boring. When it comes to the people, that is. Of course, a special thank you to Elwood, who gifted another 10. They are boring. Another 10 subs. I really do appreciate it, Elwood. Thank you. There's a shit ton of games that I want to be playing, by the way, so I need to get better in my mouth so that we can play those games, to say the least. There's a shit ton of horror games that have been released now. 3 or 4 of them on PlayStation alone that I want to play. And that I want to stream, every single one of them. But we're heading back into the game now. So thank you so much for sticking around. Of course, it's going to be the same thing where I don't address chat as much, that sort of thing. But we're heading back into it now. Thank you so much for sticking around, people. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Bring on the game. Guess who's back?
Back again. Press is back, back, back. Tell your friends, friends, friends. Who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's
Take
back?
it all.
PrezWaste.
Slide
Well,
down onto the.
I like that one
Yeah,
has
yeah.
bird on
Oh,
them and the other one hasn't.
Okay, so
Monster.
have you pressed the long rest button?
Oh yeah, long rest button.
Because you can. And you notice also in the very early hours of the morning that it doesn't seem like the storm actually was there at all last night.
Strange. That's strange.
And there was much rejoicing.
It's almost like you're
Alright.
trying to make us regret not taking the carriage.
Yeah, probably.
And of course, at the start of the day starts as any other day with something to eat.
Russian.
Ration, Mr. Ashen.
Mr. Ash Ketchum.
Morning to you all
Ration.
this fine day too.
Good morning.
Thank you. Did it sleep well?
Yeah, can't complain. How about yourself?
I want to go outside and look at the balls.
The balls seems fine and dry.
Well, I dreamt of a dark and lonely death under the mountain, so it was very comfortable.
You
What?
what?
Ah, God, I'll never understand
You
this. story.
dreamt about a lonely death under the mountain?
And it
No,
was
not a
relaxing?
depth. A depth, like it was dark.
Oh,
and
okay,
small.
okay.
I thought you
Ah.
said death as well.
Yeah, I
I
was
said
like, what?
Depth, I said.
Aren't you too young to, craving death already?
I guess so.
I guess so.
Almost
Yeah.
thought you were gonna rant there. Well,
Yeah.
we're getting older, and we have to
Well, I
think
was-
about the future.
I think your race gets like half as old as my race, so you have quite a few more years ahead of you.
Yeah, like my age is, I'm like just of the cusp of being like an adult. 40 years is like when we are like done moving on to the bigger stuff, I guess, or wider stuff, I guess, for dwarves. Wider. So do you think we'll reach the
Yeah,
tower
we-
before it will get dark if you start walking now, or?
Yeah, if we continue in the sort of pace we did yesterday, we should be able to get there by nightfall. Yes.
So by nightfall we still have
After
to
work's all, you can't
rest
go
before we
wrong.
can do some exploring, I guess.
Probably,
After
but it's
work's
better
all,
to
you can't
rest
go
anyway
wrong.
to have the daylight, to explore.
Maybe.
I guess you're right.
And
Oh.
if there's frequently storms in the night there, that's not going to be very fun, I think.
And there was much rejoicing.
Unless you want this deep death of yours.
What? Oh, mine? What?
Nah, this.
If you're-
Just a
you're-
bad joke. I'm sorry, Aaron.
We're
I think
talking
you're
about
very, very funny, Langa. but not because of what you say, because of your face.
Oh,
Now that's a good one.
Facts are so good.
Emotional, damn
For him, that's a good one. I'm proud of you, Aaron.
Did you dream about your balls, MacGyver?
I don't have to dream. I just visualize it.
Nice. So we are a part of the group that can explode without touching. I guess.
what?
Yeah.
Well, not me, but maybe the balls under the right conditions.
I see.
We'll
Right
see.
conditions? That sounds like the wrong conditions to me.
Well, the right conditions is with enemies in the area, I guess. So,
Yes.
hopefully we won't need them, but you never know.
It
I don't
comes,
carry a
this is-
sword because it looks cool. It's mainly to scare people away, but sometimes you have to use it.
You're talking about these things are supposed to like scare people away, but them looking at it?
No. This thing, no. But
Yeah, okay. Because if you would show me that thing, I would have no idea what you were showing me. So
But that's also smart because they won't expect it.
yeah, that's sort of true, I guess. But
I didn't
don't
expect
look
it the
at
first
it as
time
a
I saw
weapon.
something like that. So, yeah.
you've seen this before.
Some early experiments, yeah.
It's quite
Once.
rare, right?
Well, I think he's the only one doing stuff with that. Maybe that other guy. I'm not sure.
But
But
it's very valuable, right?
well, I don't think people would understand the true value of it.
No, we have to demonstrate first.
Yeah, but nah. He asked me to test it out, and I'll test it out if the opportunity arises. And yeah, we'll see.
This isn't a weapon. This is a tool.
Tool that can be used as a weapon. Yeah, I guess.
So can my hammer.
Yeah, that's true.
Go there again?
Yep.
Have you had this discussion before?
Kind of.
MacGyver is against gun laws.
But
What laws?
Laws that regulate use of different tools that can be used as weapons.
There are no rules against that.
And is he? What? Yeah, I don't understand. So
Like he believes that it's always the user's fault,
Yes.
regardless of what item or tool.
With,
If you stole a knife to a young child, it's the child's fault.
with given instructions, it's always the user's fault if they don't follow it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But if you use that thing that explodes, and instruction says that you shouldn't, like you should use it as a tool, and you use it to blow people up. Is it the
That's
user's
the
fault?
fun thing about this, Tariel. It didn't follow like a manual.
I
have
gave
to
you the
make-
fucking instructions, man.
Lost
Yeah,
it already.
read the instruction.
I'll go through it with you again if you need to. Always memorize Talam's 6. Instructions. Always memorize Talam's instructions. Yeah.
This sounds like dangerous to me.
It is. You should look. The guy has like only one arm, and the other, well, he has a stone arm where he used to have his flesh arm, if you know what I mean. And he's like proud of losing it. He said, like, "Oh, I lost it in an explosion." He said,
What?
That's your opinion, I guess. Well,
or maybe it was some acid bath or like a vampire blood bath. I don't know. He probably does a lot of things.
He's rambling. Don't mind him.
Yeah, I've sort of noticed that by now. It's interesting.
Well, he wanted to have some company, right? I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I'm
provide
saying it's
something.
interesting. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not to take any offense or anything like that. I'm not meaning it in an offensive manner. I'm
Very
saying
good,
it's
because I'm
interesting.
doing this for you. I am normally like a really calculated and silent person.
You okay?
Like,
good
super
one,
silent.
Auron.
Like,
Good.
whoa, I can like walk behind a cat and the cat won't notice.
That I do not believe. I've seen you walk, and I don't believe that.
Oof,
hear
the
breath-
armor is so
Mars
heavy.
Night.
Mom
Right.
spaghetti.
Anyway, can we pop out of the tent and continue on? Because if not, we're not going to reach it by nightfall.
I thought he was already walking, boy. Let's go.
We're eating breakfast now, Auron. We're not
Yeah.
walking yet, so
Eat and talk. Eat and talk.
that's allowed as well. You're not used to just sitting by your lonesome eating, right?
One time I was in a hole.
Hold that thought for like 2 seconds and just step outside of the layers.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, like, you can see him also like walking behind you with his hands up, ready to like give you a slow, gentle push if you ever were to stop and start your story again before getting out of the actual tent. But
let him push me out. It's no problem. I prefer to be pushed, in fact.
when you're outside of the tent, he does the same thing as the day before. Snaps his fingers, and the tent slowly, like, it goes back into being a stick again instead of a tent by itself. And
I
he
just want
shoves
to
it.
try and I just want to try and like after he does it.
No, you have your magical tinker of some sort. It seems like, right?
Yes.
So have you heard about attunements?
Yes.
You need to. This thing needs to be.
Yep.
Yep.
Just curious.
What is attunement?
It's like a bond that you develop with your preferred magic item or magical weapon, that sort of thing, that makes it so that it actually reacts to what you're trying to do, because a lot of the things that has attunements have commands. Not all of them, of course, but some of them have, or a lot of them have, so they need you to like interact in some way or shape or form.
Talk to the stick and stuff to build a relationship.
No. I'm just sitting and like studying the stick, and you will notice, you will feel when you have developed the bond with the said magical item that you're after.
It's like
So-
when I summon my halberd.
Oh, can I
Right,
do that?
right.
I forgot to ask, how did they react to my fibble tip walking like sitting on my shoulder all the time?
They don't seem to be the people that haven't seen curiosities and anomalies before, so they don't react too much to it. They reacted more towards Tariel when she presented her axe, because they were afraid that they were going to die that night. So
I didn't do that in intimidating manner.
No,
No,
but
we
it
just
is
summon our weapon.
intimidating in any way, shape, or form. You sort of just poof an axe into existence.
No, I warned them.
Look at my axe. My axe is so sharp.
Anyways, now we can walk and talk. Now you can continue your
Yeah, I was just
story.
thinking about the story when we talked about. I don't remember what I was supposed to say there. Because
You don't remember?
like the context before you pushed me out of the tent. You were
Then it wasn't important.
well, no, of course not. I was just gonna say something stupid.
What? What?
You got an
Well, it was
insight.
Tariel always finds all my stories stupid, but I just wanna.
Not
I
all.
just wanted to tell the story when I was stuck in a hole and had to eat the dirt to get out. That was the only
You
thing
had
I
to
wanted to say.
eat dirt.
Yeah, but I don't know why I wanted to say that I had to eat dirt to get out, because
You could just shovel it out of the hole.
no, I was stuck. I couldn't move my arms. The only thing I could do was like swallow the
Oh.
dirt with my.
Oh my fucking
Yeah,
God.
but in fact, we learned to dig like that.
You
as
learned
dwarf.
to dig like that.
Yeah, as dwarf is like if a cave system falls down and you're stuck, we dwarf learn to survive just by eating dirt. Like we dig with like animals do. Like have you seen
You
like
are
worms? The
worms.
earthworms.
Ow.
They eat the dirt and poop, but we don't poop. So it's like
What
You
is
don't
it?
poop.
no. I'm saying we're not digesting the dirt. The system
magically
is
disappears?
no. Let me finish. The system is developed so you are supposed to eat enough dirt so you can move one arm, so you can start digging with the arm. right?
Yeah, but
This
what
is,
happens to the dirt you swallow?
No, if you don't throw it up when you get out, you will get really sick, I guess.
We
Because
need to take you to a doctor.
Yeah, I think so.
it only happened. I only had to do this once, and it's like the last result if you're stuck and you can't move any limb. It's quite a handy trick to know. This is
Handy trick to know that you can eat
100%
dirt.
100% true. True. Sorry.
So, if the dwarves tell me to go eat dirt, he tells me to learn a new digging technique, or...
Yeah, but it's only supposed to be last result. You shouldn't start eating dirt if you can use a shovel.
So is that
So-
like a compliment from dwarves?
Yes,
or-
you're not that type of person that sees that, like, when someone says start digging, you don't go down on all fours, like with your head first into the dirt.
No. If somebody wants me to dig, I use my dwarven tools, like handmade shovels of like a mixture of iron and copper, probably some steel if you have steel. And don't make a wooden shaft. Shaft.
Why not?
Because it breaks if you want to bend it. You should have iron shaft. What? How do you pronounce that word?
Shaft.
Shaft. Yeah.
Depends your oxen.
I heard about a strong detective from another plane called Shaft.
That's
Ah, sorry.
That was double facepalm from two guys. That was nice. Yeah. Well,
Oh my God.
enough from me. Let's Langa. Have you been stuck somewhere before?
Not like that, luckily.
That story is not over, by the way.
Okay.
You have to explain how you ended up in a hole, so that you had to eat your way out of the hole.
Yes. Well, when you are between, well, the difference in the different dwarven societies, but we started learning about digging cave systems when you were like around 20, and you're supposed to go through a course where you get stuck on purpose, and you have to use
So
that
they
technique.
put you into a hole.
Yes, and threw away the key, if so to speak. Like they put you in the hole and then they cover you totally with sand and gravel. If they are really mean, there are some big rocks, and then you, in fact,
So
have
you're
to crush
supposed
the
to
rock
eat
with your
the
teeth.
rocks?
Yeah, you have to crush the rocks with your teeth.
Oh, wow.
What?
Isn't it like when you're 20? Aren't like dwarves kids then?
Exactly. That's important that the kids learn it.
Isn't this child abuse?
No, not if everybody does it.
Wait, what?
I kind of get why the dwarves in my hometown seem so happy to be like
Yeah.
somewhere else. Yeah.
I'm so glad I met other dwarves that hasn't been
Well,
force-fed
I have
gravel.
to admit that we are still doing it the old ways, I guess,
Very old ways.
because some.
Yeah, are you from that place? I know.
What place?
I know. There was this one dwarf. Oh, what was his name again? To drink his own piss. Bear Grylls. What was he called?
Wow.
No, that's from a different continent.
Oh,
He's
okay.
from. Well, I told you where I'm from. I'm from the island Olivia.
He always used to say, "The sun's coming down. Better drink my own piss." He used to say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
so. Where is Olivia?
Not that far from, I guess, where we stranded.
What?
So you hardly left home. Oh.
Where we stranded, like what was that island called then? No, not Umbesa.
Nah.
Fed is the island, the orca lady, the old the like hanging the
Mulgehar.
green hanging fruit lady.
Mulgehar.
Green hanging fruit lady. What the fuck?
Okay.
Hanging tits, I guess.
That's...
What was that island called again?
Mulgehar.
Ah, that's correct.
Damn, are you deaf?
Yeah, he seeks death.
Slightly.
So.
I'm not deaf. It's just my ear is full of dirt. No.
Sawdust like Ron Swanson. Just
Yeah, it's
blow.
not that. It's in that area, I guess. So yeah, I was like kind of hoping to get some more days on the boat, but you know what happens.
That's true. Yeah. That's an experience. Oh well.
I will cast my gift on myself
Yeah.
just to be ready in case another nobleman wants to take me into his caravan.
I want to bow down and look into Auron's ears just to be certain.
You have
There's,
to describe what is there.
There is no dirt there. I just ignored Tariel on purpose.
It's just lots of hair in there. You were actually mean. Okay, got it. Noted. Not gonna insult your goodness. Insult your
No,
feelings.
I didn't catch what she said. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
So it's sort of interesting to me that it seems like your upbringing, Auron,
Yes.
seems to have you living underneath like
mountain.
actual society the entire time.
You can say that we had our own society, but like I said 2 days ago, I can't talk too much about it because it's like secret society.
Yeah, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Don't worry, I won't prod about that too much. But it seems, isn't it sort of strange? Is that only to me maybe? And he looks around at the rest of the party as well. But the fact that it seems like they're like learning heavy survival skills, like including having like a medical school and that sort of thing, but they're not a part of like anything that almost can
Well,
hurt them. It seems like
They
other than
do live underground though.
Yeah,
You
but
never know what happens.
it seems very secluded though. To
Yeah.
me, from what you're telling me.
Well, I was not alone. Like I had my mom and dad and my uncle. He was the only
Yeah, I
guy
know that you
was
had your
like-
uncle. That
Yeah,
I know.
he was the only guy that was connecting us to the rest of the world.
Also, he
so
was
to
the
speak.
only one to travel out.
Yes, he was the only one that was allowed.
Why is that?
Weird, the other ones ate
Well,
gravel.
that's the point. I can't. That's where the story stops because I can't like go in detail there. Then I will, I guess, not be able to go back ever because then I will be a traitor to my village. I guess since I'm.
Also,
like,
you're planning on heading back. What is your like ultimate goal here? Is it to get as much like knowledge and exploration as possible, then go back and spread it, or?
not spread it. First of all, I want to find clues, much as possible about what happened
To your uncle, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he didn't return when he was supposed to.
Yeah.
So that's the main goal, and I also want to like he was you can say he was a very rare kind of dwarf because he was very skilled in the art of magic, and I want to learn what he has. So I got a spell book from him that I'm like using, and I
Oh,
want
okay.
to follow his guidance. I guess he was. My parents wanted me to stay at the village and do
In school.
my normal routine.
Stay in school,
and,
kid.
and serve Moradin by staying at home and finish my cleric.
Yeah, is that the school that you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Okay. Just trying to understand.
No. It's completely fine. It's like 3 different, I guess, courses. There is the protector and the healer and the keeper. That's the 3 different schools we have.
Okay.
I guess. No, I'm sharing too much. Sorry. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, we can change the subject if you want to. I'm just wondering, did we ever talk about like main goals for everyone since we're now like 2 days into sharing meals together over a bonfire, slept together and not in the usual way, and as you can see that he like gives a smug look towards Jasmine. But
I don't know if I'm just rushing, but 2 days is not that much to share main goals, I guess.
no, but I'm just talking about that. Like, I'd like to talk about things, and I was quite the sharer. Like the first day that we were together, I felt about.
Yeah, I think Langa should share something.
Share what? Like,
What's your
Yeah,
purpose?
yeah. I'm curious about this thing. There was a guy on a horse that seeked you out, gave you some things that can't be kept close to a bonfire, and now we're here.
yeah,
We don't know that yet.
now we do know that. I gave you the fucking instructions, man. Oh god.
He was quite
Well,
open about it.
No, you told me 3 sentences that it said how to make it go boom, not how to
and
use
I
it.
gave you the paper saying how. Oh god. Well,
You can't read, I guess.
you can't read. How
I
the
think,
fuck
I
did you
think
study?
my MacGyver can read.
Doesn't seem
That's
like that.
one of the
You
few
get the
things I
paper in the
can.
hand. You can't read.
Oh well.
Maybe he just
no.
Maybe
wants to
doesn't want to
experience it
read.
first hand to see how they go boom boom.
Yeah. Experience first.
Yeah, if you want to do
read
that,
the instruction later.
I won't do it here. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
thank you.
If you do, it's the last time I give you anything cool from my boss. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I walk away from Langa. What a bitch!
Okay.
Okay, it might be the last time then. Oh well.
I wonder how old is.
This I'm MacGyver sounds like
Yes.
a brat.
This
Yeah.
sounds like a teenager.
Yeah, it probably is.
Oh my
I am.
God.
I guess
Uh,
Langa is also like they're both. Well, you're not. I'm staring you right in your face. I can say it. You sound also kind of like an experience in a sense.
Yes, I am. That's kind of why I started traveling. My
Yeah.
grandfather was a great adventurer back in his time, and that was like 500-600 years ago. So
Jesus.
he told me to make something of myself and stop hanging around taking care of him. So I went around, stayed in Waterdeep a bit. Then I came to Neverwinter to celebrate.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40. Okay.
So
Same as me.
Continue. Sorry.
No. I came to Neverwinter and I did some random tasks there, worked around a bit, and so the second celebration, I think. Yeah, I was. No, I came to. Yeah, I was still working as a guard back then. I came back and saw the third celebration when I started working in Neverwinter.
You were working as a guard for whom?
No, I was working in Hama as part of the local guard. That's why I waited a bit before leaving,
Oh.
since I wanted to train up some of the new recruits. We
Oh,
had.
so you're from the Eternal Islands as well?
I am.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
So a lot of the guards from Hama kind of disappeared 40 years ago, so we were always trying to
I wonder
rebuild.
why.
Yeah, that's... Well, we had a good leader
Why
and
did
a good morale and a lot of refugees, so we came together and did great stuff in the end.
Why did it disappear?
Like, has that anything to do with the 7 guys?
Yeah, they kind of helped out in a bigger battle, I think. That's kind of the reason we had a place to live.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were involved in a lot of things before they saved the entire realm and our plane and the existence of the living. They
But,
saved the Eternal Islands before that. So
I don't think we didn't send anyone, I guess. My parents haven't told me any about that war.
they probably
I-
didn't know
that's
you
not-
existed even.
No, exactly.
Oh, probably not.
Hmm.
A lot of people from the Eternal Islands died in that time, so... But it came a
was
lot
a
of new
bu-
settlers from Neverwinter and stuff like this continent as well, back to the Eternal Isles, so...
Yeah,
We
because I
rebuilt
remember
stuff.
that that was sorry for interrupting you, but that is you're talking about the battle on Calcoth and stuff like that now, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard of that as well, and yeah, of
So-
course.
Like, why did so many people disappear? Was it like everybody died in the battle?
They
Or?
fought in a battle and
Oh.
died bravely in the name of Hama.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was kind of sad. Me and my grandfather went there when I was like very, very young, and some of the soldiers or the guard there let us stay with them, and they went out and died, and then we suddenly had a house. So yeah, that's why we just
So you
stayed
moved
there.
into a dead soldier's house.
No, we got invited in before they left for the war. I was still very young back then,
I see.
like a couple of months. So I don't really remember them, but my grandfather always told me great things. So yeah. Had to move because of, I don't know if you heard of the Black Plague.
Vaguely.
Well, my hometown and parents got mostly killed at that time, and me and my grandfather is only part left, so we had to leave for Hama since it was basically unscratched for some reason.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I ended up here, and that's how I ended up in Neverwinter, because grandfather told me it was about time for me to get out of the house, and
So where is your grandfather now?
he's still in Hama, getting pretty old though, but I think he's enjoying life, I hope. He had to cut down on the liquor lately, but I think he's doing fine.
And
Yeah, because
from
it's
what
not-
I can understand, Hama is like a decent place now. It's mostly inhabited by people that don't believe in the new ways, right?
Yeah. It's a little mix, but people are like very cooperative, and since we know how hard things can get, we always help each other out. So
Yeah,
you kind
I
of
meant
see
the old ways, of
Hamas-
course. Don't believe in the old ways, I meant, of course.
Well, it's a mix, but I guess you're right about that. I try not to talk about
The
politics.
old ways is when you have like a lord that controls what happens.
Yeah,
and
like
new ways
the
is-
current leaders. A lot of the current leaders are the leaders that were the leaders 40 years ago too.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Well,
That's-
our leader from 40 years ago died during the battle, so we just elected, or town elected one of our strongest warriors to lead the town.
Makes sense.
It's been like that ever since, I think.
so the new ways is also a leader figure.
Yeah, but he's not like a king. He's just like a
So what's
figure
the
that keeps us
difference
together.
if there's a leader in the new ways as well?
Well,
The
someone
difference-
has to organize, I guess.
Yeah, and the difference from what I can tell, at least, is that the leaders of the new ways are like they're usually, a lot of them are citizens of the old ways, so they are just content with not leading in the fashion that the old ways did, because of course one of the major issues was that it feels like, me included, and a lot of the other like common folk, we don't see eye to eye with the old leaders because of the fact that they kept so much information from us or were oblivious to it at all. As a leader, you should be on top of the latest that is happening, that has the potential to affect whatever you are there to protect or there to lead. Where
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, where these leaders
But-
didn't necessarily do that. So it's, I think transparency, that sort of thing, are like on the top of the list of the new ways that the leaders are always supposed to keep the public informed about what is
But
happening.
you also argue that a leader should shield his people from harm.
I see what you're saying, and I can to some extent agree, yes, and I can also even go to the parts of seeing why Neverwinter, for example, didn't tell its people what was happening 40 years ago. I can see why they didn't do it, but I can also see that the common folk, whenever it comes out that they actually knew, that they choose to revolt. I can see that as well. Because I can see that the common folk always, in a circumstance, would want to know, even though it might not be the best thing for them. Because, of course, this would end up in a panic if people knew that.
Exactly. Maybe
Yeah,
they
so-
even saved people because the village would, the town would go in a panic, and in a
Yeah,
panic,
you can sort of never know. But
Yeah.
the people are always in the mindset of that we should have known, sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
and I understand that as well, because I'm of that thing as well, because my emotions tell me I should have known. but my head tells me that it's logical that I didn't get to know. Sort of.
Yeah.
So both of things make sense to me, but I'm more in tune with the new ways just because of the fact that I'm more in tune with like full transparency and that sort of thing, more than the other way. But I still don't mind Waterdeep. I still don't mind that sort of thing. So I'm not of those guys that would pick up my pitchfork and try to like shove it into my king, for example. I'm not of that type. Far from it.
Yeah. But don't you think the new ways, when people like get a little bit taste of the power, that they will do like fall back in the old ways kind of thing? Like power corrupts, doesn't it?
Yeah, it most definitely does, and there are already Jasmine here is an example of that already, of this being used for not good, to say the least. And there's no way in hell, in all of the 9 hells, that Selakad is the only place that this has happened. There is no way. This has happened in a lot more places as well, where they've used their newfound powers to something not good, to say the least. That has happened more than once. I am very sure of it, even though I don't have handheld proof. It's just to see how the world works, and you know that, basically. Oh. We are animals, after all, so...
Indeed.
But yeah. So that is sort of your story, would you say, Langa?
Yeah, I guess. Met an influential man and started working for him, and that's why that guy came on the horse.
Yeah,
But
okay.
you didn't like talk about what you want.
I'm not sure.
World domination. No.
I never wanted that. I guess I wanted to live up to my grandfather's expectations, I think. To make him proud before he passes into the everlasting darkness.
Yeah, because please don't tell me that you're here just because you don't want to disappoint, because there's no way that you are disappointing him. If he was he a warrior?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a brave warrior.
Yeah, there is no way that you're disappointing him, unless it turns out, of course, that those muscles and that sort of thing becomes like giggly goo whenever there's a creature nearby, but...
No, last I've seen it swung. That big ass greatsword he has. It's quite impressive the way he handled his.
You've seen it miss a couple of times too.
Learning from the best, right?
Well, like if you think amount of hit versus amount of shots taken, I think I'm a better percentage.
Uncertain.
Oh. Yeah, Langa has like a big weapon between his what is it?
Yeah. So what about you guys?
Ariel, what is your
Yeah.
story? What's your
Yeah, I'm
goals?
sort of wondering about her as well, considering that she has taken up like foot with you, even though she seems
It's so
to
mysterious.
be and seems to be the only of the opposite gender.
Well, it's not our good looks, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Spot on!
It might be your goals, though, my guy.
Apparently, Mr. Not wanting world domination doesn't want me to use it.
Yeah.
Let her talk.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I'm not far away from here actually, since I'm born in Fandalin.
Oh,
So it's not that far away from here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of just traveling around looking for a legend, I can call it.
a legend.
Yeah, I'm looking for a weapon, sword, but I don't know if it exists though. But
It doesn't spot me as being a short sword with especially fine hilt. That sounds like something very particular.
Yeah, it's not a common sword, no.
So
But
may I
don't know,
ask,
it's like-
does it have a name that you know of?
It's over 2 weeks since I read this. I have to read it up again.
That is completely fine.
Sword is called Dawnbreaker. That's all I know.
Dawnbreaker. Trying to think about if it like rings a bell or not. No, I don't think I've heard of Dawnbreaker. Not on my travels, at least. So it's not something that I've come across. My
I got a
treasure
feeling
hunting.
it's not going to be easy to find. So, but I have to look and check if we can find some clues about it.
Yeah, that's a very understandable. So, is there a reason for this goal, or is it just like I want this blade because it makes me look cool?
Well, there's a reason for it, but it's kind of personal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I won't problem. If it ever becomes too personal for any of you, I just say that it becomes too much or too personal, and then the conversation is over. So you don't have to talk anymore about things that you don't want to talk about. It's just that I like to get to know you, considering that we're traveling together and that we're trying to kill time while we're getting to our location.
Yeah, I don't mind getting to know each other, but it's like, it's
Maybe
quite personal. So it's kind of, with if I meet you again later and we have, contact, of course I will share more. But I don't know if it's like after this is done, it's bye bye and never see each other again.
That all depends on this stupid ass thing that she's carrying, and he looks at the battle axe. Because I would that I can say already that I would want to tell you that if you ever should come to Waterdeep, please try to look for us, the both of us, that is, and we'll catch up. So.
Yeah, because you were planning to open a place, right?
Yeah, over time I am. I'm hoping that money from the battle axe would help us like get something very minor inside of Waterdeep that we
What
can
was
start from that place.
Name of the boutique you were gonna call it? Did you say?
Oh, I don't. No. I don't have anything like that big in mind, so that I have a name and everything concocted already. Not anything
Because you were
like
gonna
that.
sell some fruit, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh.
My juicy pears, or something.
But
Like
that's
not
I'm
pears. It's not apples.
Yeah, and
most apple.
I think that would work better if I
Have pears.
had something more to offer. I'm not thinking about like names and that sort of stuff. I'm my main thing now is getting enough gold to make sure that I can get a place inside of the walls of Waterdeep. And
How much do you need to get a place?
I'm hoping that 500 would haul for a place in the slums, is what I'm hoping.
To get a start.
Yeah, just to get like a foothold, like a place that we can call our own inside the walls that is actually ours, not like a tavern that we like go to every night, but a place that is actually ours. So, and that we can build from that, like with the business, and so that I can build in such a manner so that I can attend the college as well, and that sort of thing, so that we can build from there on out, sort of, and maybe become even like a handy place that people visit whenever they're at the market, that sort of thing, for getting their daily fruits, that sort of thing. That's what I'm hoping for.
Daily Apple. That's a cool name. No, I don't know. That is
The Apple Store?
Yeah, maybe
Oh.
I can like paint a picture of like take one chunk out of an apple and then take a picture or not take a picture, paint it
Yeah, because that symbolizes that you
and
eat your apple.
overprice every single product that I
Oh,
sell.
yeah, that's smart.
And you can
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it an apple or
Apple?
Yeah,
Apple.
that's not bad. That's not bad. It's a
Yeah.
phone? No.
I need
It's
to
a-
work on branding.
It's a
Oh,
way of
no,
communication, a way of knowledge,
It's
and a
3
way of
devices in one.
intelligence. Yeah. Holy shit. And it's only 1,200 gold.
Yeah, and you have to buy a new one every second year.
Yeah, no, every year.
Oh,
Oh, that's
every
smarter,
month. Yeah. And it
And-
doesn't come with a charger.
No, of course not. And of course, you have to also have it in different sizes and that sort of thing, and just call them different things as well. It's like the
like-
Apple Pro or something like that. And
Yeah,
then, of
not
course, that
Rock
one
and
is
Apple.
1,800 gold. That
But
sounds...
stop. I have a question. Does it
Yeah.
taste better?
No, it's the exactly same thing, except for that it's... the apple is bigger. It's somewhat
You shouldn't
bigger.
make that.
We
Why not?
didn't hear from a guy.
Sounds
by
like
the
a
way.
scam.
No, it's not. I've heard of similar businesses. It's called iPair. He's been doing very well.
Yeah.
He even has conventions every year
Wow.
of getting his
Okay.
overpriced products into the market, like, and people are getting excited for it. Like
It's not
this
a
year, he's
scam if
creating a
everybody
box that
does
looks like a trash can.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm done with the Apple jokes by now.
By the way, we didn't hear from MacGyver. What's your backstory and what's your goals? Are you still mad at Langa?
I'm not mad at Langa. It's just that he's ignorant and don't want to learn new things.
I'm learning new things every day, even though I don't want to. What the fuck?
Langa, it's my turn to speak.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah.
My story isn't interesting. I'm just trying to learn new stuff. Basically, I've been
So it's knowledge.
living in the school for my entire life, almost.
It's knowledge, basically.
Yes.
Okay. But what? You've been living in a school your entire life?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
Sounds
that not
both you and-
normal?
No, it sounds like both you and Auron have had somewhat secluded childhoods.
Well, there was loads of people.
Yeah, but inside of
I know
one
what
area?
I'm trying to be funny. Haha, funny.
Oh, was that a joke?
Yeah, an attempt. I'm not very
Oh,
good
okay.
at social interactions.
I laughed.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's
Oh,
okay. I know my limitations.
You know your limitations.
And my jokes aren't funny, but I still have to try.
Very understandable.
Yeah.
But so how did you end up together? Your goals seem so varied.
Well, I was on my way to learn more about the Seven and the festival.
It's kind of more like what's it called, coincidences.
It's a big
We
one.
was on the same boat. And
Yeah.
And Langa tried to steal the boat.
Oh, what?
Another funny joke. Haha.
That was a good one.
And we had a shipwreck, and we was on the same island together, and it kind of made a bond.
Bonded a bit, yeah. We survived
like-
together, bonded together, now we fuck together and fight together. No, huh?
What?
What?
No, that was the wrong saying. That was the wrong saying. I meant now we eat together and we fight together.
I think that's like the dwarvish wedding saying. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So dwarvish, it's failed in translation from dwarvish to common. Sorry.
Yeah.
Say it in Dwarvish.
We
It takes a huge chug.
I don't have enough in me to say it. I need some couple of beers to activate the directory.
You're not willing to say it in Dwarvish, is that it? Even though I don't understand jack shit what you're saying?
No, it's honor in everything. At least for me.
Yeah, okay. I respect that. That sounds reasonable to me.
Are we... Like, is the sun in the middle of the day? How far have we come during our walk?
Evening-ish.
Already, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, time flies back. Jesus, time flies. Time flies when I talk. I mean, I'm so good, like, to entertain people. So, like, everybody just, wow! That's like 6 hours went by. What the fuck?
I can tell you, Auron, that you are quite entertaining, but I don't know if it's for the reasons that you're aiming it for to be. It's for different reasons.
It doesn't matter to me.
That's what I'm thinking as well. It doesn't seem to matter to you, so.
Yeah.
And that is a good thing.
Yeah, just know that if it comes to it, I will sacrifice myself for all of you.
What?
So you will, so you will live, and I will die for the cause.
What?
I thought
Where's
you didn't
this
have any
coming from?
drink. What the fuck?
Well, I'm just trying to say that I can't be deadly serious. No, I mean deadly serious. That was wrong. I can be really serious if it's needed. I have like 2 different gears, like a funny guy, trolling around. Not trolling, I guess. Not funny either. Just annoying dwarfish.
Just a guy.
type. just a guy, and I can have the serious guy that like channels the dwarven Allfather and uses all the knowledge he learned from his uncle to protect and serve the people that can't protect themselves.
But okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. I guess.
Let's hope
Just-
it never comes to that.
So, do you believe in the law?
Believe in
The law.
the law.
Yeah.
That is
If you
very
believe
vague.
If people follow the law, that the society thrives.
Sort of, I guess. Yes.
That's
But
correct
also.
answer.
Wait, there was a wrong answer.
Oh yes, sir. You almost died.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're making the conversation very weird now.
Haven't it been weird the whole time? I'm doing something wrong then.
Okay. Dig a hole, I guess. Yeah. Dig it.
Yeah,
Try...
I will.
Now.
No, when we're going to sleep, I will depend. Like I pretend to dig a hole and I like put my shield over myself so
You
I can't see anything.
pretend to dig a hole?
Yes, because I sleep better than, and I was told by Tariel
You
that I
sleep
shouldn't,
better
like...
if you pretend to dig a hole.
You can just dig a hole and put yourself in the hole and then put a shield over if you want to.
Well, I'm just in like they told me that I should try to sleep like normal people, like normal out. I guess what is the term we use? Surface people. Yeah.
Yeah. So because you're trying to be like surface people, as you call them,
Yes.
you are pretending to dig a hole, and then you're going to sleep.
Yes. No, and I cover myself with the shield because then it gets really dark, so I can't see outside, and then I can see the light flickering and stuff. And then it reminds me.
It sounds like you're digging a hole, not that you're pretending to dig a hole.
Well, did you see a hole in the tent last night?
Hopefully not.
Exactly, because it was not. I pretended for like tops 15 minutes, and then I covered myself with the shield, and I went to sleep. Sometimes I like to name the holes as well.
What?
Yeah, I talk to them sometimes. Yeah.
Do you talk to? You pretend to dig a hole, and then you talk to it?
Yes, because it, like the ground always talks back, if you know how to listen.
What? Tell me.
Like I can read how long a stone has been in the earth, and I can like before it was a river here, underground river, stuff like that. We dwarfs can smell minerals in the ground. Is a very nice habit, or not habit, skill to have.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a habit. Hopefully.
No,
I wish
was
you
a
made the
mis-
theater, Auron. I would watch that any day.
Theater.
Yes, like a play.
Yeah, I know what a theater is. You know that. You're dwarf-splaining me.
What is that? Dwarf-splaining.
Oh no, do I have to dwarf-splain to explain what dwarf-splaining is? It's when you're trying to explain something that is already quite obvious, or that at least that it seems like the participant already knows what you're talking about, but you still continue explaining it. Because
maybe
you're
like
so
your
sure
own
that the
voice
person doesn't know.
Or you maybe just like to hear your own voice.
What?
I don't know.
So,
Well, sometimes
then
you can
the
talk,
holes, the names.
Yes, the names. Yes.
Yeah.
What about it? Like you certainly gave.
What kind of names?
You probably gave the stick a name, the tent.
Yeah, because it actually does something.
Well, the holes does something as well.
No, you're pretending they're there. They're not even there.
No. I didn't. I don't give my pretend holes a name. I was talking about the real holes I dig. Sometimes.
Oh. So you're just digging random holes.
No, every hole has a purpose.
What?
Jesus.
But I think we are off track. We should go
No,
back.
we're right on track. We're almost in the middle of it. So you can just...
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
When I was young, I didn't have a lot of friends, okay?
It's becoming
So-
quite clear now.
So, sometimes I dug holes.
Wasn't there stones that you could give names to? Like draw a face on it, call it Wilson, that sort of thing?
Probably that would probably be easier. I wish I were talking about that. But like the biggest hole I dug, it was like under. I almost collapsed the building because I was under the food store, I think, in the village. But it was like almost like 20 feet in like a. It was quite a big hole.
Yeah, what was the name of that? Fröjdis?
No, it was darkness.
Are we there yet?
Oh,
It should be very close now.
Yeah, it's getting
I miss
towards
darkness
the-
sometimes. I miss it.
Yeah.
You
rather
miss
some
darkness.
Yes, because
Okay.
in darkness we are all beautiful.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
Oh,
You can't see your own face in darkness.
Yeah, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Exactly. How did you know?
Oh,
It's so funny talking about this because I never thought I would share this to another living soul. I think you have something like you.
but then you bear some sort of shame.
No shame in it.
No shame.
You own
but
it.
You,
You
thought,
own it.
You,
own it.
You do not own it if you thought you weren't sharing this with another
No.
soul.
Well, it was just something I thought that nobody would ask, I guess, and I didn't
Yeah.
feel the need to share it, I guess. But
Yeah, I
you
don't
are,
know how we
you're
came to
like-
this
you're-
point even.
No, exactly. I don't know. It's your personality. You should maybe switch from selling apples to like some counseling or something.
Some counseling, because then I can like experience the real holy side of people.
I don't know. A lot of people has problems.
I would rather sell
Yeah,
apples
but-
than to-
Yeah, it was. I don't even know what to say.
Well, maybe we should start looking for a place for a tent.
You should, but if we just keep it up like for a couple of hours or so, we should be able to get to your location at the.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So you shouldn't have to worry about that.
You don't want to spend another night together, or you are heading?
Oh, sure, of course, if you want to. I just thought it sounded like your issue was important, or your task at hand was sort of important, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I think we should rest and go up in the ruins in the daylight. It's
Okay.
more kind of safe then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
We've been
fine.
traveling for a long day, so it's kind of good to rest a little bit.
We can, of course, we can go into the opening as well, and we can buckle down for the night there as well, and then we can, like, say our goodbyes the morning after.
Yeah. I just recast my gift on myself.
Yeah.
Since it has worn out probably 8 hours since breakfast time.
Yes, and of course, you continue on for another 2 hours or so, talking about all kinds of different shit by now. The conversations drift. Yeah, conversations drift into sort of weird things from time to time. But it's of course something that keeps you busy at least, and something that makes sure that the time flies, because there is not a lot of stuff happening these days on the roads, except for meeting other people, and they just, as normal, they give you the courtesy nod and just continue on their way. You've at least had traveling companions, people to talk to during these days. But after a couple of hours or so, you come to the opening that he was talking about, the more open fields instead of the woody sort of area that you've been in before. And you can see that even though it's early nightfall, you can see that parts of the moon are shining very brightly on the cliffside. So it becomes still quite bright towards the cliffside, which contains a type of ruin that you can clearly see that it has probably been some sort of stony type of tower before. But it is indeed only ruins now. What once stood there proud, you could almost like see it in your mind, that there should be a tower here, like a big stone proud tower that's just casting lights upon the sea, which is of course below the cliffside, because this cliffside is right next to the sea. You can see that now it only contains a shadow of its former self as it's lying there in ruins, and it becomes very apparent because you walk slowly up to it, because you're feeling like it's just best to camp almost like next to it, because then you also get some sort of shelter instead of like being on the very, very open hill. You can clearly see that by the rubble that you see in the ruins, that this is a place that isn't walked anymore by humanoids and that sort of thing. If it's ever been walked on, it's like Wilma and they said, where it's only animals that seek shelter within these ruins now, but you can't see any animals. I can transfer you also over to the map now.
Be right back.
Yeah. If I can remember how to do so.
You're stuck here forever on this road.
It's been a bit of time.
You have to rebuild it.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool if the tower was building in front of us.
Yeah. Let's see. Langa. Need to do this. I'm Auron Newgate. Of course, of the upper parts, I've only built the ruin itself. Save me time and to save resources time also within the actual thingamajig. So this is like the cliffside itself. This is only the cliffside. So this is of course about let's see. About 50-60 feet or so up in the terrain already. So of course you're like walking across a slow slope that leads upwards towards the ruins, which makes it like face towards the sea on its own. You're at the top now, and this is where they are already like starting to. They don't seem too eager to like check out the ruins or anything. Rory and Jasmine, that is. So he just takes out the stick from her backpack and snaps his fingers again, so that the tent is already up and running, so that they can make sure that they can just buckle into it. So they're just sort of like sitting easily down in next to the tent.
How close is the tent to the tower?
It's very close. It's about so you can see that it's about like around here-ish. So
Would it be better to camp down?
I'm thinking that it doesn't matter too much to us because we're protected from the weather and stuff anyways. The long or the shorter you need to walk the day after, and of course I can see that there's parts of the tower still standing, so we have some sort of coverage, yeah, if something is bound to happen, but I wouldn't think so. This is still well-traveled roads just beneath us, so, and he points to the road that is not more than like 100 feet away or so.
Yeah, because there's no rumors that there is something in the tower, living in the tower anymore, right?
No, from what I've heard, it's the occasional like animal that seeks shelter here, and I think Jay just seeks shelter here just because there is things to cover yourself in, and it points towards the ruins.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Other than that, wait till I need to get back because make him cast as well.
Yeah, of course.
He's gonna cast one of his balls? No.
Just a little alarm.
Alarm spell?
Yes. But yeah.
I wonder what we're gonna find tomorrow.
Yeah, so your plan is to like investigate this entire place tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah,
we don't know what we're looking for, so.
Should be interesting. I could say that we could come along, but we would only be in the way, and I don't think you would want us if you would meet anything either. Oh.
I think it's safer for you to part ways.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you meet something down there.
Yeah, I think so too.
And you also have to sell your axe and start your fruit store in Neverwinter. No, in
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. I almost said Hammerfest, but that's, I don't know why I thought of that.
Yeah, just weird to think about since we've only been known each other for a couple of days now, but it's the rest of the road towards Waterdeep is going to be more boring than what the first couple of days were from Neverwinter. That needs to be said. You can see Jasmine also nodding.
It's quite a long way left too, so.
Yeah, it is.
How far is it?
It's a road that we're used to taking.
From here?
In days. How long is it again? I don't remember, 5 days or so? Something
haven't
like
you done that trip,
more,
Tariel?
Hmm?
Haven't you done the trip?
Yeah, I think it's more like
it's maybe 10 days? Like 10 days? Somewhere around that area?
I think it's more, but I might be wrong, but I think it's around 11 days from here or something.
Yeah, that could it could be around there, yeah. It's they sort of like just blend together after a while because so little happens on the road, so.
If you just could remove Mayor of the Dead Men, then you could just go straight away, but you have to go around it, so.
Yeah, that is very true, yeah.
Oh, bad idea to go through it, so.
What is the mirror of... What did you say? Dead Men?
Mayor of the Dead Men. Or Mayor of Dead Men.
What is that?
Well, it's kind of, I think it's a swamp or something.
Yeah, it's a swamp, yeah.
So the road is going around it.
Yeah, it takes more time to go through it, and in swamps you're bound to meet some creatures.
Yeah, I think according to the rumors, the swamp didn't exist within a certain like timeline or something like that, and it had like castles, farms, that sort of thing. But I think that those got like swallowed as the swamp got bigger and bigger and expanded, or something like that.
I've never been to a swamp.
I don't think that this is the first place where you would want to visit a swamp then, because I think the swamp sort of started existing because of a powerful like dead being or something like that. So.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe do it like a second visit. Like do
I think
some
I heard
river-
Santa scream something about cleansed evil or something.
Oh, now he speaks. Okay.
Yeah, I
He wants to
don't think
cleanse all evil.
I don't think that place is a place that you would want to visit when you're like, let's say that you're going on a particularly
Yeah.
peaceful trip to Waterdeep. I don't think you would want to stop there.
You
so.
know, one of the most irritating things with swamps are?
No, and I
It's
don't
so
think
hard
you
to
should
dig
either.
holes. It's so hard to dig holes in them.
It's quite easy though because you just sink.
No, but that's not the whole, like the whole swamp sinks around you and you like, yeah. So I don't like swamps. I haven't been in no, but I know what it is. Is
You have to just drink it.
Nope, it doesn't work like that.
Oh,
It doesn't?
No. Let's not go in detail on that again. But water is a very dangerous thing when it comes to cave systems, because water is one of the best diggers in the nature.
He's doing the thing again.
always doing the thing.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one.
Yes. No. I guess not.
Anyways. So,
Anyways,
I think it's at least our time now. We usually try to travel for around like 8 hours or so.
yeah, we can. We usually do 8 hours as well. That's quite.
I think it's quite common.
Yeah.
I think it's like almost like a golden rule.
Yeah,
Or,
almost like you have to push yourself if you want to go for more than 8. Almost.
Yeah, it does feel like it takes a toll on your so-called constitution if you do.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, almost like you have to throw yourself forward every hour. Like you have to throw your constitution.
Yeah. Your constitution is at risk for every hour you take. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's sleepy time. Well,
Yeah.
resting time. I guess.
Tariel, you can just mention to me where you want him to put the alarms, and I can like just go ahead and do it.
What happened to the guy that's
Over there.
controlling?
Yeah.
I am a diver.
I
He
saw a
died.
hole.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
We're
nice.
stuck in a hole. There's a hole over here, Auron.
And I want the alarm over there in case something comes out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it should be a ping, not a wah wah wah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe the ping should be inside his head. Should be the wah wah sound.
Wah, 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 wah. I
Wanna
can
hear the most
already tell
annoying
you.
sound?
Hmm?
No, it was a reference. Do you want to hear the words annoying sound?
I can already tell you that you can click the long rest button once again.
This is one of my favorite sessions because I clicked the long button 3 times.
Yeah.
Really push it anymore since I've
Yeah,
pushed it so many times.
Yeah, you don't have to push it now, no, usually, unless you actually used some sort of resource.
When I get up, I actually want to write a letter.
Yeah.
I guess we are eating a ration again.
Yeah, they are, at least Jasmine and Rory, whenever they wake up
Yeah,
in the
I think
early
I'm
morning again.
Yeah, I'm joining.
I've removed the ration.
Yep.
I made you cast a spell. Or ritual cast, I guess. Alarm. Over there. I didn't like that whole.
Yeah.
Huh? I made you cast alarm over there.
Like
Oh,
hard
we
cast
want-
or
Well, it
ritual
was-
cast.
okay?
It's
But
was the
we
last
had long
night,
rest, so
Yeah,
I just
nothing
wanted to
happened.
have alarm up when we were sleeping.
But nothing happened during the night, so you were allowed to long rest. And once again, when you wake up, it's still the sunny weather that you've come to know since day 2. This is still very present.
Yeah.
And Jasmine and Rory are already eating breakfast, so are you, from what I can understand.
I will
So-
also cast the gift on myself.
Yeah. Last meal together for now. And I can see that you're preparing in different ways, it seems, but still preparing. And he looks at one person writing a letter and another person preparing spell or doing spell casting.
Yeah. When I'm done with writing it, I just wrap it up and seal it with my family seal.
Yeah.
And this is for you.
For me.
Yes.
Okay.
Since you have been so generous with us, I'm gonna give you this. In case your plans in Waterdeep doesn't go well.
Okay.
My family is the Lord in Phandalin.
Yeah.
So if you show this letter to Mara Kendall,
Mara Kendall.
yes,
Yeah.
my mother,
Yeah.
and you bring the axe, I will think they can help you start a farm and get a good place to live.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I have written a letter to her, and mentioned a little bit about you, and I think you will fit quite well into our village.
I don't know what to say. I'm shocked. I do appreciate it though, and I hope you don't take offense to the fact that I'm trying for Waterdeep first.
Oh, it's I think it's great that you try Waterdeep. You say you have a dream and you want to be, a musician and everything.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to have a backup, and I kind of think maybe Jasmine is. Think that's a good thing.
Yeah, she nods, like very much
Don't
so.
go there, please. Not let him try for the musician. No.
Of course, if you have sold the axe and gotten a place, I have written that you can. That you should do it anyway, but I think it's like more likely.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like I said, I don't know what to say. No one has ever done anything like that for me. So I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And you can see him like touching his heart with his hand and bowing, taking a bow towards you. That is very, very kind of you. And I hope you all of you, not just Tariel, but all of you realize that I'm not doing this because I expect something back. I'm doing this because I like to talk to people.
Because you're a good person. That's why.
I'm glad that you see it that way. I don't like to brag about myself, but I'm glad that you see it that way. Now it makes me even more sad that I have to travel away without you to Waterdeep. But I understand your
pretend
business.
that I'm talking next to you, so it won't get bored.
Yeah, but I understand your business, and I hope that in some way, shape, or form we do like meet again. If it's in Waterdeep or if it's in Phandalin.
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 Phandalin is it's actually a little bit away back.
Yeah.
To the first cross.
Okay.
And you take the east way.
Okay.
And after, I don't know, around I think it's around 1 day-ish, the roads it come to another cross and take the southbound way,
Mm-hmm.
and then you are there in like a 1 day after that.
Okay, yeah. So it is like a well-organized town. Is it a well-known town so that I can just ask for directions and that sort of thing if I get lost?
Yeah, there are some merchants traveling there from time to time. It's a mining town, but we
Oh,
have
okay.
also a lot of farms.
Yeah, okay.
It's a village mostly built up by farmers and people that sought fortune in the mountains.
Oh,
Dwarves.
Yes, dwarves are over there too. So we have good
Hey.
relations with both gnomes and dwarves.
oh, cool. It sounds interesting. It sounds like a place that I would want to visit, even if I buckle down in Waterdeep.
Yes, and maybe if you travel there and I'm not there,
Yeah.
and you meet the Lord, my father,
Mm-hmm.
you should not mention me.
Oh.
We are on the rocky grounds, but my mother is we are very good, so
Oh.
that's why the letter is to her.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So it's addressed to her specifically. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll of course I'll keep
Yes,
that in
keep that in
mind. Of
mind.
course.
Yes.
Yeah. I won't. Like I said, I won't try to figure out the things in between you and your family. That is
It's okay.
personal stuff. So, but like I said, I do appreciate it. I don't think anyone has ever done something like that for me. So I'm just, if I seem like I'm not grateful, it's not because I don't am. It's just because I'm very surprised. That is the
You're not
reason.
alone.
Yeah. So this doesn't strike. Oh wait, you hadn't traveled together for that long, had you?
Oh, it's new information for us as well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That what? That.
No, that we didn't know that you were on bad terms with your father.
Oh yeah. Well, bad, but yeah, it's a little rocky now. We can just
So-
say.
You're a girl with daddy issues?
Jesus
No.
Christ Almighty, Lord save us all.
Family
Too
issues.
late, brats.
Daddy,
Well-
spank me. No.
Oh,
No.
I'm out here.
Arrow.
What?
Bring on.
That I didn't say anything. It was the whole. The whole spoke for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, I
Oh.
don't have a grand gesture, so thanks for letting us sleep with you guys and take care.
Sleep with
Eh,
you.
It's
Sleep in your tents.
Oh.
that's more in line with what I expected. So that is none or not an issue at all, and it will never be if we ever meet again. Also, and if we meet again, like in Waterdeep or something, just know that if we have a place to stay, it might be in the slums or something like that. But you will always have a place to stay. If we actually live in Waterdeep, you can always stay with us if you ever come to visit.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure for me as well to travel with you, and of course, as a special thank you to you, Tariel, and he waves sort of with a letter in his hand still, like indicating that he appreciates it.
And
Yeah.
you shouldn't be worried about how the city's run. It's my family is like we were commoners, and because my ancestor was natural leaders, they just kind of became lords.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So they had, as far as I know, we had no connection with anything with happening 40 years ago or things like that, because we are kind of isolated and more focused on our relationship with the dwarves and the gnomes and
Yeah.
the mining operations. So
Makes sense.
we just do make some travel trading with Neverwinter and
Yeah. What it can do to
and
survive,
Waterdeep,
sort of.
but yeah, you have to
Yeah.
sell it. So
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, and I wouldn't expect me by now. I wouldn't expect you to send me to a place that you were known to be bad. That's not the type of person that I feel like I've gotten to know for the past couple of days. So, I trust you. I do.
Thank you.
But
follow your dreams, and if you see that,
Yeah, go for that Apple store.
yeah, the Apple Store and the college, right? You can't forget about the college, and it waves the finger at you while looking at Jasmine.
true.
It's nothing to forget. Also, of course, getting a place to relax for her will be good, won't it? And he throws his arm around her shoulder, and you can see her nod. While still, you can see that she's sort of thinking about something still, and it's not hard to see that it is the college and his music. So it's sort of a weird grin on her face when she's nodding.
Well,
But it's been a blast.
Look after each other and
Yeah,
be
you
safe on the
too.
roads. Yeah.
I will want to meet you again. So make sure that if there's something is actually down there or whatever, make sure that you swing that sword of yours towards it, and it points towards Langa.
Yeah, Langa is the carry.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll try to do that.
Damage dealer!
I guess we don't need my halberd. Okay.
Oh,
We are only supports for the great Langa.
Yeah, everyone, even Tariel,
yeah.
does a shit ton of damage herself. That's what
Real is off lane.
off lane.
Yeah. True. I'm off laner, so that's cool. I like that. I can do whatever I want.
Anyway, I hope you find whatever you are looking for. You seem like very good people, so I hope you find what you're looking for, and that whatever this thing is, that it doesn't spread, and whatever that thing is, and it points towards Im's balls, that you get the result that you want out of it. I thank you for the hospitality and the company over the past few days, and I guess we'll see you when we see you. Never forget the names Jasmine and Rory, okay?
Yes, next time we meet, I will give you a
Write them
letter that you can get access to my city as well.
Your city, so that I can learn how to eat. Like
Next
dirt?
time, I left home without telling my parents, so I don't know if I have access anymore.
Never say never.
You're a runaway.
That sounds oof. Okay.
And I'm the teenager.
Well, you're the one that goes around scratching your balls all the time, so I don't know.
I have a feeling that without Son touching me, every one of you are teenagers. Since else doesn't even get an adult name for their 100.
Is it 100?
Yes.
Yeah.
Langa is just like in baby clothes.
A baby. A baby. Why you? I'm you.
A fat baby with a big stick.
Get in my belly.
Jesus.
Thank you, by the way. And I hope you have a great exploration, or whatever I want to call this. Thank you. We should be on our way so that we make sure that we actually make some leeway before darkness befalls us once again.
Don't come back if you hear the screams.
What?
Don't
What?
mind him.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It was a pleasure. And they both like bow.
The pleasure is ours. It was so nice sleeping in the tent.
I hope so. And then you can see them like slowly turning around and heading down the slow slopes again towards the main road. And you can see that Rory is enthusiastically, very much like waving the letter around, clearly talking to Jasmine and being over the moon about whatever just transpired. But of course, she can't answer, so she just, you can see her nodding from time to time, just her head like going up and down from the top of the backpack, that sort of thing. But they seem to be going on their own path now.
Imagine if they sold that. That must like get a hefty sum, I guess.
Sold the leather. You mean?
Yeah. like sold the introduction letter?
Well, it's personalized to Rory, so I don't know if he can sell it, and I don't know.
No,
He
can't
would.
sell it. It's personalized for him and her.
So
Yeah.
it,
Would probably backfire.
Their names.
and I don't think they
Oh,
would sell it either. So.
And it's. I hope he knows, but it's kind of when if you break the seal, it's kind of broken. You have to give it to the right person. You can't open it in a strike.
Oh, but I mean, I guess it's personalized to him, but people can assume other identities.
Yeah, but you kind of have to open the letter to see which person
Oh.
it's for. So it's like they stand there. Are you? What's your name again? Oh, just says Rory here.
Yeah, well, he can
The
just
gallows.
tell them, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Dun, dun.
Never mind.
Do
It
we
was just
explore?
my stupid thoughts.
You're used to it by now, so no problem.
What?
Do you know why I don't take offense of that, Auron? Because we're pretty similar.
Because we
I'm
are
smart, but I'm
friends?
stupid.
Because we
You're
shared
stupid,
bed
but you say
together.
smart stuff sometimes.
Oh, thank you.
Touche, bitch. Anyways, of course, now ahead of you is what you know at least as the ruins of the Tower of Storms.
Hey.
Just run down and die. No.
And there was much rejoicing.
Should we just drop the 4 balls down the stairs and see what
No,
happens?
no.
Yes.
Let's just drop our balls and light them on fire and see what
We're
happens.
going to find stuff in here. This.
But I'm gonna summon my halberd.
Zoop.
I
That's a
will-
halberd +1, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I already cast the spell on me. Yeah, so I have the gift on myself.
Yep.
I will summon my bandit.
And I guess Santosh
And
is
as
using
around
his
my well, it can just be around my neck, so we don't need to like have it out.
Oh, you fucker.
But-
No, I'll have it out already.
Oh, okay. I guess bandit can explore for us as well, if you guys want.
Broken fibble tip.
Yeah, maybe we can send them both down the stairs.
Well, no.
Why not?
Because if Fibbletip dies, I'll lose my 100 gold thingy.
I see. So here comes the limitation.
Yeah?
I see how it is. So you are saying that my spell is better than yours?
Well, in a way, yes.
Yeah, I
thank
wouldn't
you.
necessarily agree with that. How much health does Fibbletip have?
Let him have it. Just let him have it.
okay, sorry.
I will cast Mage Armor on my familiar.
Mage armor?
Yeah, using my free cast of Mage Armor for the day.
Are you
You
cast?
see it's the mark. So you see the Auron's back lit up,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
The bandit
familiar
has
is-
mage armor now.
Yeah, AC 16.
Oof.
Well,
He's a
only
powerhouse.
2 HP or so. If he gets hits, he dies.
You just
So,
let this be. He's a powerhouse.
yeah, a powerful cat. No, weasel. Fuck,
Yeah, it's a
It's
weasel.
not a weasel model. Yeah.
Yeah, because there isn't a weasel model. I'm afraid.
Yeah, so I just go into his vision. I will just explore the entrance.
Zoom zoom.
I can have telepathic. I think it's up to 120 feet.
Yeah, I think it's on the Find Familiar. It's 120. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that
so
is
I
correct.
can't see through my own eyes anymore, and I'm like paralyzed, and I just wants to stealth and look down the stairs.
Yeah, you can make a
100
stealth
feet.
check.
What do you say?
100 feet.
100.
feet.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
still okay.
You can make that stealth check with advantage.
Oh. Well, it's 13 plus the dex, right? So 16.
16, yeah.
Or maybe Weasel has override stealth.
That
it's,
might be a thing since it's a small animal.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Mm.
Weasel.
Yeah. It have +5 on stealth.
Holy
so
shit,
then it's
+5.
18.
Probably
Yeah,
because
+5,
it's
yeah.
so little.
So 18, yeah. So the weasel counts in its stealthy form, moving like a soundless weasel, whatever that sounds like. Nothing, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
And it just gonna
So-
slowly descend and here for anything it can.
You can make a perception check.
Yeah. Yeah, it has advantage on perception when it uses its hearing or smell.
The keen
So it
smell
just-
and hearing, yeah.
Yeah, so it just listen for any sound that creature would make and stuff like that. If it's ending down there. Oh, that's not that good. Passive is 13, but I guess.
Yeah, I've noticed something that we've used wrong with passive. Passive checks is something that kicks in if you're trying to, like, in this case, it's a repeated check. It's a mundane check, sort of. It's something that you do over and over and over again. So when you're, that's why, of course, passive checks are always a thing when you're traveling, for example, because you're always, like, looking around, unless you, of course, have your nose inside of a book or something like that, but then you just get -5 to passive perception if you're doing something like that. But when it comes to like investigation stuff and that sort of thing, also it's doing the repeated stuff that triggers the passive. So
yeah, see here he has +3 to perception, so in fact he has plus perception and stealth, but that's still only 11.
11.
So
the first thing that the weasel notices that you think is quite weird, not necessarily the weasel think is quite.
It's Auron's eyes that sees. No, Auron's ears that hears it because I'm in.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that it's you that think it's weird, not necessarily the weasel.
Yeah.
It's not the weasel that does like a what the fuck more, but it's the fact that the stairs seem to have been built just upon the grass itself, not necessarily stone. So it seems to have like been built into the foundation of the ground instead of the foundation of the tower. So that tells you that this entrance that you're going into isn't necessarily built when the tower was built, but after it fell.
Oh.
Because it seems man-made, the stairs that you're walking on.
Yeah, I will speak slowly out loud, because I think I can speak while I'm in this trance. So I will like just slowly say what I experienced through the weasel eyes and ears.
Yeah. And
so the others can listen in.
Yeah. And then also, when the weasel becomes or comes to contact, so that it's ground above is it a him or her?
We don't know.
Okay. When it's above it has and the stone is underneath it. Yeah. It feels, or it hears with its incredible hearing skills. It does hear almost like a small thunderous beats that snap around it in the air all the time, like very small snaps.
Sparks, or
yeah, almost feels like sparks. Yeah. And that sort of engulfs the entire like sound image of this place, but you can feel or hear that it is also things down here. You can hear sort of movement, scratches along stony surfaces and that sort of thing, which seems to come from something else than the sparks itself. It seems to come from something actually moving around down there with claws.
We have movement. We definitely have bogies.
We have bogeys.
12 o'clock and
Bogeys
6
up.
o'clock approaching fast. No. Yeah, I'll just snap my finger and Bandit is
Gone?
I guess gone, and I can make him reappear around my neck again as a scarf.
Zoom.
And I lose the trance. Like I told you what I saw, but I guess that barking thing is kind of can be dangerous if it's like trigger some kind of device or defense mechanism. And also these stairs that goes down looks like it's built after the tower fell, meaning like somebody made it as their own new base or whatever. And there's definitely some creatures down there and like claws making sound contact against stone. So I don't think it's like humanoids. I think it's like monsters, I guess. So I don't know. I guess Langa and Tariel, if you have any ideas of how we should approach this, since you are the frontliners. I guess the one that goes down the stairs alone in the dark and the other stays up here. I'm just kidding. I'm just asking how should we approach this from a tactical standpoint.
Yes, slowly and carefully. Just look around and see what we find.
Yeah, and be sure to not clump together and block, so we can actually get past each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stairs is wide enough for 2 people, so we can say like always hug the right side when we go down, so people can go past on the left, I guess, or something like that, and don't go too in the width. Anyone want to go?
Unless you have to.
Yeah, of
it
course.
could be sometimes good to block the path, so like they don't go back to you.
So
You
you
guys.
to go in
But-
front line, Langa, or
I don't need to, but I can do if
well,
feel-
I'm asking if you're not up for it. I can go in the front. Like
yeah, I don't mind either way.
Yeah, I want to be like close to the front, but I prefer like maybe like at position 2 or 3, I guess. So I can cover the whole party with my. I want to cast a blessing spell if you're fighting or something.
I want to stay in the back furthest away, like especially kind of 90 feet ish.
Wonder why?
Well,
have
won't
18
you be
AC?
very vulnerable if some clawing monsters come up from behind? Are you sure you want to be that far back?
Maybe.
What if you get dragged into the darkness by some spiders that attacks you from the ceiling, and we never see you again?
Then it doesn't matter where it stands.
Well, if it's closer to us, I guess we can grab him or like see
Yeah, but
where the spiders take him or something. I don't know.
They're probably not going to go way back there, but just the furthest back from us. Like the
Well, you
furthest back,
said
I
90
guess.
feet, so that's like takes me 500 combat rounds to get to because I'm so slow.
I know me and you take things very literally, but I didn't mean quite literally.
So are you saying like
Far, far away?
64 feet, or how many feet are you thinking? Well,
Like 4 holes far.
that's a good measurement. 4 holes.
4
Let's go then. Should we try
But
to be stealthy? or-
we could try. I was thinking. Yeah, I think actually of Auron and Sontash is the most hardest to hit of us. Actually,
Well,
but you have to concentrate on spells, don't you?
no, I can get my armor up quite far, but I'm like if I get hit once, I don't have much left on the hit point side, I guess. But I can also put on armor of Agathas to help my hit points.
I think
So-
at least Sontash could.
Sometimes she's a good frontliner.
Yeah, I kind of he like oh, let's sacrifice Santash. He's not here, but that's not the point. He's quite tanky and he has a lot of HP. I think
It's
so.
29 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's bullshit.
so I think we should put him like one of the fronts.
Yeah,
And then
let's go
maybe
Santash, Langa, me, Tariel, and aim as the guard, the rear guard. Or do you want to go all the way back on the rear to protect aim, Tariel?
A rear guard would be nice.
you can see the location in the start. I think it's okay for him to go first back
sure.
since we are coming from the safe spot.
Yeah, let's try to do a stealthy approach. I don't know if it will work with my armor and Santash armor, but
I don't think we're gonna work with my armor, but
because I have
I
like
think
a
a lot
big
of
fat red D next to my stealth, so I don't know what it means, but
we should probably just try and be
yeah,
stealthy,
sure,
you know,
see
and
what happens. Yeah,
see what
sure.
happens. Are we spotted? We are spotted. Are we not? Are we not?
So we are fine going behind Santash, Langa?
Yeah, sure. I can send my echo up first, though, if needed.
Yeah.
See, I get. Oh, it's 12.
Well,
I get 10.
all of you can roll with advantage, by the way. So normal
So it's
rolls
normal
for those
roll.
for those who
Ah.
have disadvantage.
Oh,
I
the-
got
the-
19
which
then.
dice the
First
the
one.
first?
The
First
first
one.
one, then always.
Oh,
Yeah.
then
So
it gets
still 10.
20.
20.
I have 20 as well.
Let's see, on Santash, he is getting. Oh.
I need to roll for my familiar if band is just laying around my neck as a scarf?
Santash
No,
got
that's fine.
5.
Yeah.
5.
20.
So 20, 20,
Yeah.
20. There was 3 20s. And
Yeah.
Santash got 5.
Yeah. He's super stealthy.
The 3 20s, a 5, and
What did you get, Langa?
10.
10. Yep. Okay. You can approach in the manner that you want to approach. Oh shit, my
I'm just
lady.
teleporting myself afterwards. I have Santash first.
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. You can teleport to the entrance, all of you, if you want to. That doesn't matter.
Yes, you're going for...
it's too tight. I can't get in. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think you can like go down with your character standing up, sort of. So I think you need to teleport.
Yeah.
I have to teleport. I'm a teleporter.
You can do that as well, the others, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, when also all of you come underneath, so that it feels like it's just a ground above you and the stone stairs below you. You can't hear the sparks that Auron were talking about earlier, but you can feel them. You can even see the hairs, even on the beard of Auron, like sort of becoming static as you come underground. So it's quite clear that there is some sort of power still residing within these ruins. I can do this. There you go. Have a bit more to look at. And also, the height of the walls in this place is the height. Yeah, that's the actual height. So it's quite narrow from the ground to the top here, to say the least.
I'm just gonna use light. No, not light. No, that's later. No light now. That's
Is it like
stupid.
it? The bear is standing like this?
Yeah. Now.
It is.
Oh, My lady in my ears keeps telling me to recharge my batteries.
Your body berry?
Yeah.
Oh. Pop your head out and see. Oh, it's tight corners here, I guess.
Tight to the corners.
I guess Sontas is pointing like,
I don't know.
I don't know which way.
You can see that there is this place bears a resemblance to being made by human, but it doesn't seem to be maintained in any way, shape, or form. Or it seems like the main option or the main goal for the person who has made this is just to make sure that you can traverse through this place, not actually how it looks and everything. And that is resembled by all of the flora that is around. That is quite like dead-ish type of plants, and also some of the halls, quote unquote, are still like sort of blocked off, as you can tell over here, for example. Over here you can see
What's
that
the name
part
of the different holes?
that part of the place is still like blocked off and that sort of thing. So it doesn't seem like it's maintained or well kept in any way, shape, or form. So already from the stone staircase itself down to here, the what you call it again? The oh, see that? I completely blank on the word. It's supposed to be the fuck me.
Say it in Norwegian.
Yeah, but I can't remember it in Norwegian either. That's
But
the
in
thing.
every language.
Yeah. What is it called again?
I just cast a spell on myself, Armor Hagatas. Just
Yeah,
so you know.
that's completely fine. I can't remember what it's called. Fuck it. It's like how well it looks, sort of. It has already gone down by a couple of notches just by heading out of it.
Deteriorating or
Like stopped?
Roading or yeah,
Yeah, it's
Eroding.
somewhere around that area.
Eroding? Yeah.
eroding. That's erotic. No, what?
Oh,
Oh, shit! Oh, I forgot this, by the way. I picked up this. I'm supposed to do this.
oh.
Oh fuck.
It was darker here. Yeah, right.
This is scary. Please take care of me.
It's one of those
Maybe-
atmosphere things that you can apply.
You can use Sonta's Dark Vision.
Oh, yeah. I was actually about to say it. Sontas uses ability to give people dark vision. How many is that again?
300 feet.
Yeah, but is it all? Can it give it to all of us?
No, it's up to.
See?
I think you did 3 people last time.
3 building creatures you send 10 feet of you. Then we take the 3 first one, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, himself,
Mm-hmm.
Auron, and I'm.
Auron and
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So we have first, middle, and the spot. Yeah.
As you're coming around the corner, you can see that it's becoming quite clear the noise that Auron mentioned earlier, the claws that were clinging towards stone. You can see that it looks like the winged beasts that you have seen in Ombesa. That seems to be down here as well, but they haven't seemed to seen you yet. They seem to be clinging on and clawing at the stone, which is over here. And it seems to be, as far as you can tell, 4 of them.
Oof.
I was actually about to say 2, but 4.
But you know what?
I know.
You have to end.
This is where we're going to end it, though.
We always end right before we're going to combat every time.